So anyways, that's why I had to fucking kill her. Well, I haven't hit it. Oh. Huh? In Minecraft! Yep. Where's my mouse? I fucking lost this shit. Hello? Hello, can you still hear me? Fuck! You must have lost connection somehow. Let me just... It's gonna take a few seconds. Hello? Fucking damn it, why did my computer do this to me? My headphones are not being registered. Hold on. Oh, Jesus, where do I even go for this? I don't remember this with Windows.
No. Good now. Also, you
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna use the backup audio then. How do I sound? Okay, give me 1 second. Actually, we got out of here. I'm gonna try to do something here real quick. This might also take out my camera. Okay, we're starting up. No, that's still not working. Weird. They're both using the same thing. Why is one working, the other isn't? The fuck? Why is my cable output not working, but NVIDIA broadcast is? Went through all that fucking trouble to get that thing working. Hey, welcome back, babe. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sick.
Let's go!
Well, okay, I guess we'll just be doing this for right now. Backup audio is working, so we're fine. Anyways.
What's wrong?
But yeah, quickly before it interrupts the flow of the game, same went poorly, but not as poorly as I thought. Yeah, there's like a moment in that segment where you're like, are they really gonna do this thing on this date? That would be fucking crazy. And then they don't. It's still rough, but it's not bad, you know?
They should have done it.
It would be really funny if they did it, but you know, they gotta have a little restraint. It's still fucking crazy what happens. Fucking, I can't. There's a lot of shit. You're like, wait, what? That happened? That worked? The fuck? It's a good game. Metaphor's a good game. It's on sale, actually. You should go pick it. You should go pick it up if you've been like on the fence. If the thing I was thinking of would not be funny if they did it, it'd be a little funny if they did it on that date. You know. Yes, sales. Like Metaphor's only like 10. Like I think it's like 10 or 20% off. But it's really good. It's the best Persona game they've ever made.
But don't I technically already own it?
Yes, you technically already own it. You can play it as much as you want. I thought that Rock was calling a Comsuser Todd. You know, I thought it was a little bit more, you know, think about what date that happens on, and then you start to get where I'm thinking. But, you know. Anyways, Umineko time. Was this last? Yes, it was.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! We get to see Rosa!
Milady, please calm yourself. Wait a second.
You went too far back.
Oh, did I not save? Oh, I super didn't save from last time. Oh no!
Bruh.
Alright, well, I'm skipping then.
There should be a fast forward button. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Well, at least we get to watch Canon do his cool anime sword fight again.
One that you love so much.
Wait. Does this mean that Shannon also has a cool anime sword fight stuff? Like, she can do that shit?
Yes,
Eddie?
we'll see.
Eddie? Being furniture means you can have sick anime battles.
Oh, it sucks to be furniture so bad.
So, anyways, cool anime sword fight, and then Battler's like, LOL, Lamau, and then like, Beatrice is like, fuck, shit, oh no, and then she starts corn cobbing real bad.
She's the biggest corn cob ever.
She really is. I think that's partially what makes her so good, is that she is... I'm so close! You do see the game, right? Like, you are getting, like, the game streamed to you? Okay, good. Just want to make sure. I love how it was like, there was the whole thing of like, I'm glad they didn't shy away from Asmodeus actually being lustful or whatever. And then it was like, oh, they're all horny. Okay, gotcha.
They're all lust.
Gotcha. They're different flavors of lust.
Basically.
Back
That's
in
awesome,
time.
though.
Oh, new rule. Is there like a skip button, like a full skip button though? Let me check. Hips. Oh, okay. This is. Oh, controls. Can I not go past? Why can I not? Okay, that was awful.
ローザ様のご指示で大田とカノンが警察へ電話しております。
Okay, whatever.
Yep, how's everybody in the chat tonight?
Man, I'm going through this like as quick as I am. We made some real fucking progress last time. Holy shit.
Yes, girl. We did that shit. Are any of you guys celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow? Looking forward to any good food?
Yeah, my mom's gonna be cooking. My dad's gonna be doing another trash can turkey this year.
I want to be there.
I wish you were there too.
Tomorrow also officially means it has been a year since Detta and I saw each other.
God, yeah, holy shit. This is rough.
We're not okay. So what happened last time and Evil Colonizer Day? I see it as Food Day.
So what happened last time? Basically, we discovered that Kinso's servants can do cool anime blade shit, or at least Canon can. And he fought a bull man demon. He fought like a fucking demon bull ass motherfucker butler guy with another anime sword. And then he and Jessica both got killed.
Lame.
Yeah, it is what it is. It happens. Listen, they were not like the only ones who I was like, you know, they can probably die more, or like Rosa
More?
and like George.
But he's not dead yet.
Yeah.
In fact, he hasn't died yet.
I don't. Yeah, he hasn't really. Huh. Weird. You think a guy that normal would be definitely in the ground after a certain point, but.
Guess we'll see.
Yeah, and then they went back and they talked about like who did this and how could they have done this, and like, oh my god, it was a locked room this whole time. And then like there was like the interlude where we take a step back from the action to be like, Battler's like, no, you could have done this by this, and she's like, no, magic, and he's like, no, what? Fuck you. And then she's like, listen, okay, when I'm saying a fact that's completely true, I'm saying it in red. And we're like, oh, okay, new rules. And I'm like, and then I immediately started the clock in my head when Battler would start saying shit in red, because I feel like that's the inevitable like thing here.
Progress.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is the progression. But anyways, Battler blew Beatrice the fuck out. Yeah. And that was it. A suspect. There we go. And now we're back. This is what happened. Maybe George is behind all of this. I'd be upset. I would be mad.
Why?
All I hear is Battler blew Beatrice. God bless you, human. You're the strongest soldier in this chat.
I heard that too, but like, I imagined the color blue instead.
Incredible. Anyways, Rosa and the rest returned to the chapel from the parlor of the mansion. Such a horrific thing had happened, and so early in the morning. It's like, at least let me get my coffee first, damn, before you kill all my family.
Literally.
Of course they were high-strung. Battler and George, who had cried, raged, and let their emotions explode after seeing their parents' tragic bodies, returned to the parlor, sat on the sofas, and let their mind go blank, as though everything up until then had been a lie. Only Maria was completely unchanged, and looked just like normal. When she wasn't being mischievous, she was basically a kid who played wordlessly by herself.
Wait, can we please appreciate this sprite of her really quick?
Yeah, this is like the most like nonplussed I think I've ever seen her. This is like her most like normal resting face I've ever seen.
Yeah, she's got like the cute little blushy.
Yeah, this is a good sprite. I like it. She
does.
does.
So
she
cute.
does. She does look like she's like vaguely frustrated by something though, because of the eyebrows.
Yeah, she does kind of look like.
She's got
like
a little
bored,
bit of.
but...
She's got a little bit of resting bitch face. This,
yeah, that's
this
exactly
10-year-old.
it. That's perfect. Oh my god, I love her.
But as she turned on the TV and flipped through the channels, it looked as though nothing about her had changed from normal. Perhaps Rosa had some opinion about this attitude, which was clearly different from normal people. She stared at Maria's back at a gaze that wasn't quite pleasant. She was like, "This has been a really stressful day. I hope everyone will clear out soon so I can beat my child."
Oh my god, maybe.
Eventually, Kumasawa came to say good morning. Her cheerful manner was clearly at place, and she couldn't help but be bewildered. Oh, she just doesn't know! No one told Kumasawa!
I forgot Kumasawa was here.
She couldn't help but be bewildered at the strange atmosphere in the room. Then she heard the details from Koda and expressed her shock in a truly noisy manner.
もちろん警察には連絡したんですよね。
Of course you contacted the police, right? I do
No,
love that
she's too old for this shit.
I
She
do
just
love-
not told her.
I really love that she's a giant bitch coward, because that feels super realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you not fucking be a bitch coward in this kind of situation?
Absolutely, that's why I think it's great.
Yeah, I love Kumasawa.
こういう時
What
は
should
ま
we
さ
do
ま
in a
さ
time
ん
like this? Oh, what should we
どう
do?
すればいいんでしょう。
Please,
落ち着
listen
いて聞いて
calmly.
ください。 どうも
It
昨夜の
seems
落
that
雷
some
で
kind of apparatus was
何か
done
の
in
機
by
械が
lightning
や
last
られた
night.
ようなのです。それで
Huh?
Because of
電話が
that,
使えなく
some
なっ
kind
てお
I
りま
think
して
he's talking about the phone lines. Because of that, we've
Oh.
become unable to use the telephones. I need to look up if the witch Beatrice is a cultural character because this is the second one. I don't think so. I think it's just like an old-timey name.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a vaguely European old-time name.
Beatrice is just a good name.
じゃあ
Tread
台風
lightly,
が過ぎるま
human.
で
Until the
警察
typhoon
にも連絡
passes,
で
we
きない
can't
んで
even
すか
contact the police. Yeah, I was told on pain of death if I look up. Eddie basically pointed a gun at my head and said, "This gun is staying pointed at your head until you're done with Umineko. If you ever even think about touching Google with Umineko shit, I'll kill you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also provide all of the images for the announcement.
Like, yeah, to the point where, like, she's like, "Listen, you tell me you need an image, I will get you an image. Don't do it." And I'm like, "Yes, ma'am.
Yay!
Yay!" I'm like, "Okay, yay!"
Yay!
Huh? Then we can't even contact the police? Maybe Kumasawa's exaggerated surprise was a little comical. Rosa giggled. In spite of the situation, Rosa! All your siblings are dead!
Fuck?
I peeked really hard there. Whoopsie. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I don't have the audio gate, so I'm probably gonna be peeking on this. God damn! What is going on? That's
Wait,
not
what
working.
happened to your audio?
So my normal audio input, like that I use for like capturing my audio, was the cable output. You know, the stuff that we worked on with Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not working for some reason. So I'm just using the raw feed from my NVIDIA broadcast stuff. And I just noticed that when I was like really loud, I peak really hard because I don't have like a noise gate
Oh.
or like a compressor on that. So that's Don't worry. I also avoided. That's where I avoided images and text. But all I found is there's also a magical Beatrice in Dark Souls. I was thinking of ReZero. Oh yeah, Beatrice from Dark Souls. Yeah, okay, I know that one. Rosa giggled in spite of the situation. Because of that, the fog of confusion that had covered her head cleared up a little. I've got to stay strong. They're all so fucked. You're no Natsuhi. You can't take charge of a situation like this. You don't have the authority.
I love this situation because it's like when you first meet Natsuhi, you're just like, this bitch is off her rockers, like, and then when she was like the only adult left, like in charge, you were like, oh my god, it couldn't get worse than this, and then it just does.
Yeah. Why does Rosa have to stay strong? I want her to stay weak. Well, unfortunately, when you're the only adult with adult authority figure left after your siblings all are brutally murdered and their children are like just hanging around, also your kids around, and like there's just these servants around, you have to kind of lock the fuck in, unfortunately, for Rosa.
That sucks.
It's not just Maria. I have to beat all of these children.
Oh my god.
I'm acting as a parent for George Kun and Battler Kun now too, so I have to stay strong. Girl, you're doing rough with one child. I don't think you got this.
George is an adult.
George is like 20 or 21. Actually, we have character profiles.
Isn't he like 20-30?
We're gonna find out. Whoa, all these fucking dead bodies already. Whoopsie.
I can Google it.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Through the stomach, through the stomach, through the stomach. Damn, she got it like high up in the chest too. What,
yep, he is 23.
23? That's older than I thought! I thought he was still in college! Oh.
Nope. Well, it makes sense, because... Wait, does it make sense?
Damn, Natsuhi and Ava like got it way worse than everyone else. Happy Halloween. Welcome, Maria. Happy Halloween. Didn't I tell you? Bellies are full of candy. Everyone has a belly that's filled with sweet dreams. A belly could never be full of disgusting things. That's why we want to be simple and sweet like candy. So this dreamland is for you. Happy Halloween.
Damn, it's like a full letter.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why I like going through this every once in a while, because like they do tend to add stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, what about Jessica? Then I remembered last year in the epic sword fight in the Pantsless Familiars. Oh yeah, I should also see. I should also see. Oh, I guess technically they're not dead at this point in time. Yeah, I guess not. Rosa had been the youngest sibling,
Weird.
with a large difference in age between her and the others, so she was always treated as a child. Every time she learned something new, it was something obvious to her brothers. It was something obvious to her brothers and sisters. And sister, she had grown a complex, thinking that she must be incompetent. So she had formed a passive attitude, asking her brothers and sisters, a sister for advice every time something happened. But she no longer had any brothers or sisters. Now Rosa was the only one of the four Ushiromiya siblings left. Furthermore, if Kinzo continued to shut himself away even in this extraordinary situation, Rosa would have to surpass this crisis as the representative of the head. I'm not a child anymore, not a child. This is exactly what you want to be hearing from the authority figure in the room. She's like, I have to be strong for the children who are being slaughtered as we speak. Rosa lightly slapped her knees lightly and stood up. She must not wait for orders now. She had to start moving herself. She picked up the receiver to the extension phone at the side table. Then she immediately remembered that the telephones were out of order. Oh, and she's so fucked. I really love that every single bit that you're getting from Rosa is like, they're screwed, they're screwed, they're screwed. She's not gonna do it. She cannot lock in. She's trying to lock in, but she can't.
Mm-hmm.
Genji and Shannon, who she sent to see Kinzo, hadn't returned yet. She had a general guess. He was probably yelling about something nonsensical again, and they were unable to calm him. His important chapel had been defiled with blood. That was easy to imagine. She had planned on using the extension phone to call the study, but the telephone line dead. There was nothing else for it. Rosa decided to go to the study directly, with her own 2 feet. Her old self would have been so frightened, so she wouldn't have been able to go see Kinzo. I love how she's like, it's my old self. That was like 3 minutes ago. What the fuck are you talking about? And in fact, if she did meet him, she would probably be blamed for something and abused. That wasn't the time to be frightened. As his true daughter, she had to make him aware of the current situation. I love how, like, Natsuki is dead and she's still catching fucking shade.
Kumasawa-san,
I'm going to see father. Take special care of George-kun and Patrick-kun. I'm sure they're on edge right now. Fuck my daughter, though. You can fuck her, toss her out in the street if you want. I don't give a shit. Yes. I'm quite sure they must be. It is truly pitiful. I guess it's more like they lost their parents, and like maybe they need to be special attention given that. But I still think it's really funny. I shall make them something warm to drink. Thank you. Rosa went out into the hallway and headed towards Kinzo's study. The atmosphere of the mansion, which she had spent her younger days in, and it should have been full of memories, seemed somehow different. And she began to climb the stairs in the entrance hall. Just then, in the gloom down the stair behind Rosa, something glowed. Oh, hey! It was a single fluttering gold butterfly. It fluttered around and sparkled. The butterfly quietly danced without a sound. Obviously, no one could hear the sound of a butterfly's wings beating. And then, it stopped on Rosa's back as she slowly climbed the stairs. Rosa didn't notice, because she's stupid. And to an ignorant observer, like Rosa, it would probably have looked just as though there was a single sheet of gold leaf in the shape of a butterfly and gotten stuck there. Without noticing, Rosa continued heading towards Kinzo's study. Oh, this is how she's gonna sneak in to the study, I see. Well, then, what way should I entertain myself next? There are still many, many pieces left. Why, Eddie? I was just looking at chat again, and I saw Dagger's message. I was reading Dagger's message again. Why the fuck don't Beatrice's familiars wear pants?
Sexy.
Like, I guess, but like, is it their choice? Was this a uniform that like? Did Beatrice? Was it like a uniform that they brought to Beatrice, and she's like, yeah, sure, why not? Or is she like, no, none of you wear pants? And they're
Let me
like,
think.
yeah. And they're like, yeah, we're just cool with that. We're like really cool with that.
So, I think it could be either.
It really does feel like it could go either way, you know?
Yeah.
So they keep going over the story and it keeps changing each time, right? Well, it does seem like the whole conceit, like the first time through was like this happens, basically nothing gets resolved, everyone dies more or less. Um, and then like Battler in the end was in the Golden Land. He's like, yeah, but that still doesn't fucking mean that witches were real. Like this is all bullshit, really. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're in the Golden Land. And then everyone starts dying in the Golden Land because Battler's like, I don't believe in witches. Fuck you. And then Beatrice comes out. She's like, you still don't fucking believe in witches after all that? She's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, fuck you. All that could have been done by human shit. And she's like, well, fuck you, I guess. Guess we're doing this now. And then they're like, we're going to fucking go through this until I convince you that there's no other way than magic that this could have happened. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And he's like, yeah, fucking, we'll just do this forever. I don't give a shit. I don't have anywhere to be. And so now we're going through this again, and basically it's the same thing, except we got a little bit of extra backstory and like context for like certain characters and their relationships and like the build up and stuff. And Beatrice is here now, and some of the kills have changed. That's about it so far. It's definitely different events that are happening. It's not just that we're getting new perspectives, although we are getting new perspectives. In the parlor, which had been returned to silence, the only sound was that of the TV, which Maria was watching alone. I guess I'm curious how different events are happening. I'm just guessing this is like witch shit. Like this is it's just witch bullshit, you know. Battler has a sister waiting at home, if I remember correctly from previous mentions of the story. That is true. I do remember that. It's hard to remember because it comes up once at the beginning of the first episode and then never again. But yeah, I guess Battler does have a sister at home, and I'm sure that's definitely going to matter eventually soon one day. Isn't she supposed to be like Maria's age or something like that? Or is like she older?
She is younger.
Like younger than Maria?
She is like too sick to travel.
Well, yeah. I do remember that she was like ill or whatever. It is really funny that this never comes up, even though like Battler's entire the entire rest of Battler's family is dead. He just never mentions his sister once again, which is Battler. Come on, man.
Yeah. I'm assuming younger. I'm assuming.
Well, actually,
saying younger because it's like, you know how like it's dangerous for kids to travel when they're like sick.
Yeah.
Like when they're too young.
Yeah. Well, that actually depends. Is she Battler's full sister or is she Battler's half sister? Like, is Kyrie her mom or is like Battler's mom her mom? Do you know that, or is that like a reveal and like I shouldn't be asking that?
One day we might have answers.
Okay, I'll go ahead and drop it then, because like if she is like Battler's full sister, like it's not like Kyrie's daughter or whatever, then she has to be at youngest, I think 7, something like that, because that's when like Battler's mom died, and like when he started to move away and like whatever. So like at least we have. She is probably at least 7, as long as it's not Kyrie's daughter. Anyways.
A dagger.
I just think the whole I got nowhere else to be is funny of thinking his parents are dead, he's in the Golden Land like Battler. Why the hell aren't you worried about her? Maybe he just doesn't care about his sister all that much. It doesn't seem like he thought about her all that much beyond like, oh, she's sick. He's like, oh yeah, whatever.
The game really is like, fuck this bitch.
Like, she's not going to be... she's not relevant. She's just not here. She doesn't matter until she shows up in a future episode. She super matters. I can feel it. There's no way they're not going to hit us with that shit later. And the parlor, which had returned to silence, the only sound was that of the TV, which Maria was watching alone. If there was anything audible other than that, it was the sound of the rain, which had continued on and on since last night. Every one of those people who had viewed that unearthly and horrible scene stayed silent, as though praying that the events of the morning were all a dream. Only Kumasawa-san hadn't seen it, so she acted slightly differently. She instead found the silence difficult to bear and was fidgety with the desire to cheer everyone up. Beyond your abilities. If you can cheer somebody up who just saw all of their parents and, like, aunts and uncles like that, you deserve more pay. You deserve to be in a different position. However, unable to say more than she should, it seems as though she was racking her brains now she could be of some use. Normally, it would be time for breakfast. However, maybe because something like that had happened, Koda seemed to have forgotten about preparing a meal. No, maybe everyone was so beaten up that they had forgotten their hunger. Kumasawa wanted to bring up the subject of what they would do for breakfast, but it didn't seem like the right atmosphere, so she really couldn't. I just like the idea that, like, Kumasawa was like, man, I'm hungry, but I can't, like, if I say, like, hey, we should do breakfast, I'm starving, I'm the asshole. But it was difficult being hungry, so she casually made a proposal. I really like this game is so good.
皆さんも
I
いろ
imagine
いろ
you
あっ
must
てお
almost
疲
be
れでしょ
tired after all that's
こういう
happened.
時は
In times like this,
温かい
I
紅
think
茶
that the
で
best thing is
体
to
を
heat yourself
温め
with
る
some
のが
warm
一
black
番
tea.
ですよ。
それはいい
That is a
提
good
案
plan.
ですな。私も賛成です。
I completely forgot Nanjo was here. It's so crazy how he's just like sneaks up on you.
美味しい
How
紅
about
茶
some
に
delicious
ジ
black
ャ
tea
ムを
with
塗った
jam
ビ
and
スケットなどい
biscuits?
かがですか。そうそう
Oh, yes,
ハロ
yes.
ウ
It
ィンの
seems
時期
it's
が
near
近いみたい
Halloween.
で
There were some
かぼちゃ
delicious
型の
looking
美味し
pumpkin
そうな
shake
クッキーが
cookies
頭
on the
にありまし
shelf.
た。
Kumasawa-san, no!
No!
Oh,
She's
you're
trying so hard.
Bro, I don't think anyone's gonna want to hear the word Halloween ever again after this.
Then no one. I mean, I guess there's no need to. But no one told her?
No one told. Well, like, listen, like you say that they've been killed, and like it's in the chapel. How the fuck do you say that someone like ripped them open and stuffed their guts full of candy and sweets and Halloween shit?
I feel like that's kind of, like, important.
Sure, but like, no one wants to say that shit out loud.
True.
And it's not like she has any reason to ask, like, oh, they were murdered? Was it in, like, some sort of weird, vicious, and cruel, horrible, fucking macabre thing? Way? Was it fucking crazy? Maria is going to want some. She's like, yo, Halloween? Love that shit. Give me some of that. Of course, she had said the wrong thing, because she had reminded Badler and the rest about that horrible and tragic Halloween party at the chapel. Anjo hurriedly whispered into Kumasawa's ear. Badly, that's like that's such a relatable noise. It's,
バトラさん、本当に
I
す
am
みません。
truly sorry.
悪気はなかっ
I
たんですよ
didn't。mean anything bad. Gracious, no.
いや
Don't worry about it.
この煮え
I'll
くり
definitely turn
返る
this boiling anger back on the culprit.
絶対犯人にお返し
She
してやる
starts sweating more. I'm like, this is not what I wanted. I didn't want this.
その犯人は
I wonder if
まだ
that
この
culprit's
島にい
still
るの
on
か
the
な
island. Why do I feel like George is about 5 seconds away from forming a lynch mob? Like he somehow
He
managed
is.
to find torches and pitchforks, despite being like 5 people on the island.
いるだろうな
Probably.
何しろ
After all, there's not going to be
台
a
風が
boat
過
coming
ぎる
until
ま
the
で船は
typhoon
来ないんだ
passes.
ええ、
Yes,
そう
my
ですとも。
goodness. She is just now realizing that she is trapped on an island with a killer.
船は
Oh my
ちょっ
God.
との風でも結構しますから
Even if there's a little
ね。
wind.
ましてや台
They
風では
certainly wouldn't have been able
絶
to ride
対
one
に
during a
船になんか
typhoon.
乗れま
Good
せんよ。
gracious, no.
ええ、
気持ち悪いな
Creeps me out.
兄貴もそう思うのか
I think so too, Aniki.
俺もだぜ
Me too.
犯人が例
Regardless
の
of
謎
whether
の
the
来客か
culprit
どう
was
か
the
は
mystery guest
捨
or
てお
not.
いてもだ
I do like that, like, Battler kind of has his dad's affectation of calling his siblings, like his cousins, like George Aniki.
Yeah, it's cute.
I do think it's fun where it's just like, you see, like, little snippets of, like, yeah, no, he's his son. Like, he may not like it, but he is. I'm really glad that I'm just like every once in a while I get a glance over at Eddie and she's just like she's sitting at her desk and she's going like this. She's got like her arms wrapped around a giant Pikachu plush. She's got her head like buried in it. She's just like
This is the biggest Pikachu I own so far. I want more.
it's very cute. That's right. We are naturally suspecting the mysterious guest who calls herself Beatrice. It is adorable, thank you. But we still cannot be sure that she is a culprit. There's still the possibility that she's a victim whose corpse still hasn't been found. Banjo's like, Jessica, I just love the idea that like Jessica and like Kadon are listening to this from hell and they're just like, what? Fuck you! Nacho, you bitch! You motherfucker! When you think of it that way, there's something I just can't understand. What do you mean by that? It's simple. It's just like Kumasawa-san said a short while ago. Right now, this island is right in the midst of the typhoon, and escape is impossible. The same thing goes for the culprit. In that case, having the crime come to light should have been the thing that the culprit wanted to avoid most wanted to avoid, excuse me. That's right. There was no need to draw that creepy magic circle in the entrance to the chapel and show off the fact that the corpses were there. What happened that like led them to the chapel in the first place? Was it, it was like they had a note saying "went to the chapel" or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, like go to the chapel. Right, exactly that. Furthermore, if they were able to take the time and effort to do something so horrible to those six, it should have been equally possible for them to hide the 6 corpses where they would be impossible to find. Like, yeah, just toss them in the fucking ocean, man. I agree. That brutal Halloween party probably wasn't directed at those who died. It was directed at the people who would eventually discover it, us.
魔法陣はそのためのアピールだと言い切れるだろうね。
犯人はこの島からしばらく逃げられないことを知っている。
The culprit knew that they wouldn't be able to get away from this island for a
に
while.
もかかわらず、
And yet they acted as though they
台
wanted to
風
make
の
us
真
find
っ
the
最
corpses
中
in the
に
middle of this
死体を
typhoon.
見つけさせたいような真似をして、
What does
こりゃどういうことなんだ。
this mean?
俺が犯人だった
If
ら
I was the culprit, I definitely wouldn't
死
play
体
around
を
and
見
make
つけ
us
さ
find
せ
the
るような真
corpses.
似は絶対にしないんだが。
ベアトリーチェ様は
Beatrice
お部
Sama
屋
was
にお
not
ら
in
れ
her
ません
room.
でした。特に部屋が荒
Room
ら
did
され
not
ていた
seem
様子もあ
particularly
りません
disturbed.
し、いえ、
No,
お
the
嬢様
lady
が
did
だいぶ
disturb
荒ら
us
し
quite
て
a
しま
lot,
いました
though.
が。
そういや、
Come to think of it,
Jessica.
what happened to Jessica?
Oh my god, it took long enough.
カノンさんが様子を見てくれています。多分、
They are probably in Malaysia.
お嬢様のお部屋におられるでしょう。
Didn't like she fuck up like Cannon's body, like she made it disappear or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
So it's they're definitely gonna think that like, oh shit, Cannon maybe.
よくないね。
Mm-hmm.
That isn't good.
犯人は間違いなく
Culprit's definitely still
ま
on
だ
this
この
island.
今の状況下で
This situation,
少
I
人
don't
数
believe
で
it's
孤
a very
立
good
するこ
idea
と
to
は
isolate ourselves
そ
from
れほ
small
どいい
numbers.
そ
What do you mean by
それは
that?
どういう意味ですか。
You don't mean to say that the culprit plans to kill all of us?
犯人は私たち全員を殺すつもりだとおっしゃる。
Kumasawa's like, I didn't do anything.
I just work here.
Mm-hmm.
落ち着きましょう。
Let us remain
Oh,
calm.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That is not yet certain.
ところが
But we
悔しい
can't
こと
deny the
に、
possibility, much to my
その
chagrin.
可能性も否定できねえんだよな。
Not the time for your dipshit laugh,
こ
Battler.
の手紙が礼
This
拝
letter
堂
was
にあ
in
っ
the
た。
chapel.
これによるならば、
According to this, the
犯
culprit
人
is the
じい
witch.
様の碑文
If
の
we
謎
don't
を
solve
解
the
い
riddle
て
of
黄
Grandfather's
金を見つ
epitaph
け
and
なき
find
ゃ
the gold, she'll massacre the whole
一
family.
族老頭
Something
皆
like
殺
that.
しにする。みてえ
No,
なことを言っている。
Kumasawa. Not all of you. All but 12 of you.
それは本当ですか。
Is that
そ
true?
の、
Would
私
you
にも
allow me
読
to
ませ
read
て
it
いた
as
だいてよ
well?
ろしいですか。
Oh, I do love that Goda's like immediately like, I need to save myself. I need to find this gold. I need to save myself. I need to find this gold.
Yeah. Fair enough. He's just a chef for hire.
I'll let her take that. Fucking, what am I gonna?
Anime girl noises.
Yeah, what the fuck am I gonna add to that? Anime to make your own noises.
Yeah.
As they read the witch's letter, Koda and Kumasawa, not just faces, grew even paler than they had been. Kumasawa could no longer hide her shaking.
Aw.
If you don't want to die, try finding grandfather's hidden gold, huh?
ふざけやがって。
Screwing around with us.
てめえじゃ解けな
I
い
bet
謎
you
だから
can't solve the riddle, so
俺
you're
たち
trying
に
to
解か
make
せよっ
us
て
solve
腹に
it.
決まってるぜ。
She needs 13, she needs 4 to survive, if I remember correctly. I think it's like 5, right? Like there's like once you start knocking off the cast. Like here, give me 1 second. It's got the epitaph here. 6 to alright, so 6 to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, it's 13 that needs to die. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4,
A lot.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 including Beatrice, 18 without her. That means 5 survive if you don't count Beatrice. That means 6 survive if you do. I bet you can't solve the riddle, so you're trying to make us solve it. Alright, read that.
しかし
However, I
実
wonder
際
what
の
the
ところは
truth
どうなん
is.
でしょう。奥様は常
Madam
々
always insisted that the
黄
legend
金伝
of the gold
説は
was
親
nothing more
方
than
様
a
が
magic
作られ
fantasy
た幻
created
想
by
に
the
過ぎな
master.
いと言い切られておりました。本当に
It is
実在す
doubtful
るも
whether
のなの
it
か
actually
そう
existed.
ですな。
True.
あったらいいなとは
Supposedly,
思
they
いつ
thought it
つ
would be really
半
nice.
信
They
半
thought
疑
it
だ
would
っ
be
たは
nice
ず
if it
です。
existed, but only someone believed it. Weird that only the 4 cousins survived last time. Well, that's because Natsuki, like, even after everything that went down, was just like, I gotta pick a fight.
親族の皆さんが黄金伝説を
The
信じ
relatives
始めたの
only
は
all started
金
believing
蔵
the
さん
legend
が
of
健
gold
康
after
を
Kinzo's
崩し
health
て
worsened
遺産
and
問題
inheritance
が浮
problems
上
came
して
up.
からです。それまでは信
I
じて
think
いる
that
人
I
は
would think that
ほ
there
と
were
んど
very
いな
few
かったと
people
思
who
いま
believed
す。
in it before them.
そうか。
Really? I wonder
そ
if
れで
that's
か
why.
覚えてるかい
You remember,
礼拝堂の
on
テ
the
ーブ
table
ル
in
の
the
上
chapel,
黄金のインゴット
there were
が
3 gold
3つあっ
ingots.
た。あれだけでも
That
相当
alone
の
was
価
worth
値が
quite
あ
a
る。
lot.
あれはまさに
Couldn't that truly
黄
prove that
金
the
伝
legend
説
of
は
gold was
実
real?
在することを証明してるんじゃないかな。
Excuse me,
お
please
待ちく
wait.
ださい。今、
Just now, did you
黄
say
金が3
3
つと
gold
おっしゃい
bars?
ましたか？
I want Kumasawa's eyes to like turn into dollar signs.
ああ、
Yeah, there were
確か
definitely
に
3 of them
3
piled
つが
up.
積み上げてあったぜ。それが何だってんだ。
Go on.
私、
Whoa, Ace Attorney.
旦那様がお話になっている
Well,
のを
I
聞いた
happened
こ
to hear
とがあるん
Croftsama
です。
talking about it once.
ええ、聞
Yes,
いただ
I
けで
just
ご
heard
ざい
it. You
ますよ。
understand?
別に
Sounds like
Just
I was
heard
trying to
it.
listen
話に
in,
聞き
to
耳
listen
を
to his
立ててい
discussion
た
in
わけで
secret.
はござい
Gracious.
ませんとも。
She was.
Chio, we get it. You're like a crazy gossip. You crazy gossip. What? Sorry to interrupt, but Saints Day Part 2, I never forgot a top either. I can't handle 2 games worth of intrigue at once. This is crazy, incredible. Oh man. I really look Human, you're gonna quickly discover that September is like the craziest fucking month in that game. There is so much shit that happens in September. Anyways. Sweet
今は
gracious
気にしないぜ。
Don't worry about that now. He's dead. It doesn't
それ
matter.
で何だってん
So
だ。
then what?
あの金塊が
Is
3
there
つじ
something
ゃ
wrong
ん。
with there being 3 of those
何か
gold
ま
bars?
ずいってのか？
Yes.
旦那様が
According
お
to
っしゃる
Croftsama,
に
there
は
was only one bar ever found to support the legend of the gold. Okay.
そうでしたな。
That is correct.
確か金
You
蔵さ
believe
ん
the
が
story goes that
マンソン
Kinzo
の会長
showed
さんに黄金の
Kinzo
山
san
を見
showed
せ
the president of
その一本を持ち帰
Maruso
らせ
a
た
mountain of gold
というよう
and
な
let him take one
話
bar
だ
back
っ
with him.
その一つをです
That one
ね、
came to be in
旦
Croftsama's
那様
possession.
はお持ちになられていたのです。そして
And he said
こ
this
う
as
も
well,
親方様
that
の
there
黄
was no
金
gold which
伝説
supported
を
the
裏
master's
付け
legend
る
beside
黄金
that
は
one.
旦那様って
You're talking about my
フラ
uncle
ンス
here,
おじさん
right?
ってことなんだ
So
な。
what have we got here? Give me 1 second. I want to check the audio, game audio. Okay, that's fine.
Why?
I just want to compare the levels.
Okay.
じゃなくて。
No, wait, why
3
3?
つ？おいおい、ど
Wait,
こ
wait,
か
Yeah.
where did they come from?
多すぎるぜ。
There's too many of them.
Good
こうは
job.
考えられませんか。
Might we not think of it this way?
他の親
Maybe
族
the
の
other
方
people in
も
the
それ
family
ぞ
each
れ見
found
つけて
one.
おら
They
れ
each
て、
brought one
そ
of
れ
them
を一
here.
つずつ持ち寄られたとか。
Nanja, that's fucking stupid.
いや、
No, I
What?
cannot
私
believe
はそう
that.
は思いません。 親族の皆
When
さ
all
ん
the
がお屋敷
relatives
に
came
来ら
to the
れた
mansion, I
時
was entrusted with their
私は
luggage.
皆さんのお荷物を預からせてもらっています
Goda, did you go through everyone's shit? Did you go through everyone's shit, Goda?
不審な
I
動
did
作は
not
感じ
feel
ま
any
せんでした
suspicious weight back then. Bitch!
Damn, Goda's strong.
あれは10キロく
I
らい
think
は
they
あった
weighed
と思
about
う。
10 kilograms.
そんな重さが
That
荷
much
物
weight
に
was
入
in
っ
their
ていたら
bags, even I would
僕だって
notice.
気づくよ。でもそんな雰囲気
But
は
it
なか
didn't
った。
seem that way.
うちも同じだぜ。せ
Same
いぜ
here. At the most, there was some
着替
change
え
of
と常備
clothes, medicine, curious on
い。そん
makeup.
なもんだったと思う。
That's about it. Okay, I guess that makes more sense because like they were only planning on being there like 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
ローザおばさんの荷
I
物
think
も
Rose's
軽そうに
luggage
見えた
also
ぜ
looked。pretty light.
となると
In that case,
その
those
3
3
つ積ま
piled
れ
up
た
gold
金塊
bars
は
being shown to them,
彼ら
or maybe
黄
us,
金伝説は
telling us that the
間
legend
違
of
いな
gold
く
is
存在
definitely
する
real,
幻想なんかじゃない。
that it isn't a
そ
fantasy,
れを暴いてみ
and
ると
challenging us to uncover it.
それの隠し場所を
Could
示
there
し
be a
た
scheme to have us solve the
あの
epitaph
碑
that
文を
points to
私たち
its
に解かせ
location
て
and then try to snatch
横
it
取
away?
りしようという魂胆でしょうか
確かに。それが一番筋が
That does fit
通る。し
best,
かし、
but there
腑
are
に
a
落
few
ちない
parts
点
that
もい
don't
く
make
つかあるぜ
sense.
まず、
First, our
自
parents,
分
who
を
should
一
have been
番
the
解
most
けそうな
likely to
人
be able
物
to
であ
solve
る
the
親たち
epitaph,
が
were killed first.
これはいきな
I
り
think
矛
that
盾が
creates
あ
an
るように
immediate
思う。
contradiction,
そしてここが
and something
もっ
else
と
makes
不
even
明じゃ
less sense.
黄金伝説は実在するってどうして黄金が
But how
積め
could they
るの
prepare that gold?
まるで犯人はもう
It's almost
自
like
分
the
だけ
culprit
は
has
黄
already
金を見
found
つ
the
お前
gold,
らも
and
見
it's
つけ
telling
て
us
み
to
ろっ
try
て
to find
言
it
って
too.
るみたいに見えるじゃないか。
犯人も
Maybe
ク
the
ラウスおじ
culprit
さんのように
obtained those three
その
unlike
3本を
Uncle
手に入
Krauss,
れ
and thereby
黄
became
金
certain
伝
about the
説を
legend of
確
the
信
gold.
し残りを
And
僕
it's
らに
trying to make
探
us
させよ
search
うと
for
して
the
いる
West. I think that's
と
the
考
most,
える
that
の
way
が
is the most
一番
convincing.
しっくりくるね。
Nah, that's bullshit. Sorry, George. What a good battler noise.
世
Pieces on the
界
chessboard aren't
に
lining up
駒
at
が
all.
ちっとも並ばねえ。犯人が何を
We don't have
企
a
んで
clue
い
what
て
the culprit is planning.
何をしたいの
What
か
they want,
何を
what
さ
they
せ
want
た
us
い
to
のか
make
が
us
さっぱり
do. Is it pointless?
無駄なのか。何を考えても
Thinking about anything in this
今
point
の
in
時点
time.
では
Maria's like,
Yes.
Maria's like, ah, that was cute.
書いてあるよ。
It
Mhm.
was written down, you dipshit. Solve the fucking riddle.
何をさせたいの
She wants you to do. She's like, bitch, she's telling you.
Fair
Listen.
enough.
みんなは文字
Can't any of you
読め
read?
ないのかな
Her so much. Maria suddenly laughed in a very creepy voice. I thought she'd been concentrating on the TV, but she'd been listening too, apparently. She
He's a
remained facing the
gossip.
TV. She very simply told us what we were forgetting.
ベアトリーチェは
Beatrice
黄
has
金が
once
欲
said
しいなん
one
て
word
一
about
言も
wanting
言
the
って
gold.
ベアトリーチェ
She's
は
not asked
自
for
分の
anything
謎
except
を
for
みん
whether
な
you
が
can
解ける
solve
か
the
解けない
Red
か
Cat's riddle or not.
それしか聞いてないんだよどうせ無理
Although
だ
I
ろう
bet
っ
she
て
thinks
思っ
it'll
て
be
るに違い
impossible for you
ないけどね
anyways.
Damn.
Fucking brainless.
マリアには
So you're saying you can solve it, Maria? It's like, oh yeah, smart guy, why don't you take a shot at it?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh.
だって
She's
マ
gonna
リア
take me to
は
the
黄
Golden
金島に
Lands,
連れてってもら
so
うんだもんベアトリーチェの
won't
邪
get
魔なんか
Beatrice's
しない
way.
Damn.
Out. This, once again, it's so crazy that it's like child abuse bad, child abuse good. Hit that kid more, Battler.
Oh my god.
Looks like if you want to understand further, we're gonna have to ask
マリアに
Maria.
話を聞くほかないよう
It's
だ
time to bully this child until she helps us solve a puzzle.
マリア
Yay. Good thing
Maria,
Rose is
Yes.
there.
God damn it. I don't know why that one got me.
ベアトリーチェっての
Who
は
is this
何者だ
Beatrice? Battler, everyone has been asking her this for like 2 episodes now, and her only response is, she's fucking Beatrice! You dipshits! How many times do I have to say it? Ooh!
何を企ん
What
で
is she planning? I just really love that, like, Maria's just like, you guys are fucking morons. She's literally just listen to what she's saying. For
Mhm.
Christ's sake.
ベアトリーチェはね
Well, you
マ
see,
リアなの
Beatrice is a witch! I like to think
Case
that she's...
closed.
I really like to think that she's saying this, like, really slowly, and just, like, Well, you see, Battler, Beatrice is a witch. She can do anything with her wondrous powers. Anything can be done with the power of magic. You can create gold, you can create bread. And of course, you can even create sweets, but only those 3 things. You saw it, didn't you? At that time, everyone jumped for the sound of a door being closed. Forced. Here comes Rosa with the fucking haymaker from the top rope.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, she's getting her ass beat for sure. It's over. We turned around to find that at some point Rosa had returned, bringing Genji and Shannon.
Wait.
Then she rapidly approached Maria, her heels clacking, hit her sharply on the cheek. Wow, it really is! Oh, there goes Eddie. Eddie is gone. Where did my Eddie go? Where is she go? Oh god, she's back. Oh, thank god she's back. Oh, I missed you. Oh, I missed you so much.
What? Oh.
Oh,
Sorry.
my god. Woo. Woo.
Woo.
Anyways. And she rapidly approached Maria, her heels clacking, and hit her sharply on the cheek. It really did just go from child abuse good, child abuse bad. That's
yeah.
That's so fucked.
It is. It's kind of funny.
Stop talking about that. Battler and the rest will take it badly. Without waiting for a response, she slapped Maria's cheek once. Jesus, dude! Even then, everyone could only stand there shocked. They're like, she hasn't even, like, she doesn't even give a shit no more. She's just doing it. She's going for it. In front of everyone. I don't know what means. What about yes? Girl. The fucking hit to blackout is crazy. She mercilessly slapped Maria's cheek again. Maybe she didn't feel like resisting after being hit twice. Maria meekly said yes. There was no reason to do something so harsh. She's like, fuck it, I'm the only one left alive. I'm the only adult left alive, Nanjo. I beat my kid. You have a fucking problem with that? She's like, yes. And she's like, I'm going to shoot you now. This is my daughter's education.
Wow.
I would greatly appreciate it if you didn't interject. Rosa, shut the... The atmosphere around Rosa with Genji and Shannon and co was somehow cold, yet dignified. What? She's beating her kid! Completely different house she's seen before she left. We saw that Auntie Rosa was holding something that looked like a gun! Oh, I was kidding. I didn't think she had the gun yet.
The moment you said that, I was sitting here and I was like, does Rosa have the gun yet? I'm not gonna ask.
Yet. Dr. Nanjo is helping me find my gun. I can't imagine she would have brought back a toy in this situation. Auntie Rosa, what is... She's like, I'm going to kill... I have authority now! I'm shooting anyone who says otherwise! Yeah! Let's go! More women with gun sprites!
Yeah!
This is fun. Because of the current situation, I borrowed it specially. I really love how, like, one of the major things about each, like, sort of episode is like, okay, so who's left after... Which adult is left after night one? Which one... Who gets the gun?
They're all taking turns.
I'm sure you all realize it as well as I do. Eddie, please don't tell me there's ever a single night where, like, Kraus lives. I need Kraus to die immediately in every single fucking episode. I could not give less of a shit about this man.
Oh, God! No comment.
No, I need to know. Because if I ever have to deal with this motherfucker for longer than, like, 2 hours at the start of each of these arcs, I'm gonna shit my pants. That man is nothing.
I honestly don't remember if.
So I'm guessing that's leading towards yes. Like, no, there is not a single night where he lives. Which, like, I mean, listen, rough for you, Jessica, but, like, great for me.
I don't even think Jessica cares that much. I mean, other than the mental breakdown she'd be having, but...
Yeah, but, like, she's already, like, halfway there at like, the best of times, right? I think it's, like, as long as her mom's alive, she's mostly fine.
Yeah, I agree.
I could not imagine a world in which, like, Krause is the one who's alive. Because, like, what kind of fucking relationship does she have with her dad? She really doesn't. He doesn't give a shit. Hell, he doesn't give a shit about
trying to imagine Krause, like, in the situation where, like, his siblings are dead and he has to take care of the kids, and it's like...
Yeah, no, it's not gonna
happen. I'd be
happen.
shocked if he can remember to call the police.
Like, what's gonna happen is he's gonna grab the gun, he's gonna go sit in a room, and he's going to shoot anyone that walks up to him. Like, that's just how it's gonna be. And, like, I'm just trying to imagine, like, it's so crazy because I don't think there's, like, anyone that Krause likes. I don't think that Krause is, like... How do I want to put it? Everyone has, like, someone that they're, like, at least affectionate towards in this game. Like, even Rosa kind of has, like, a closer relationship to her siblings than a lot of the others, like, characters, especially, like, the younger three siblings, I guess, are, like, a little bit closer. I don't think Krause is actually close with anyone. He's not close with his wife. He's not close with his daughter. He's not close with the servants. I guess maybe Goda, because Goda's like a schmarmy fuck who's like trying to schmooze. And like he seems like the type who's like especially like, yes, I am the shit, thank you.
I am the shit.
But like I don't think he actually has like a human relationship with basically anyone here, which is crazy. Considering he has to live here. The culprit is still nearby. We don't know what could happen. I agree. Rather than trying to figure out what the culprit is planning, it might be better to think first about our own safety. I love how everyone is defaulting back to, like, it's time to turtle up again. Let's not worry about this riddle. I'm so tired. Maria's, like, seething. She's like, my mom's gonna hit me, and maybe this time with the butt of a gun. Like, I'm literally just imagining Rosa just, like, smashing her with, like, the butt of the gun or something when she starts laughing again.
Oh, God.
It's, like, fucked up. His father was alright, but he was slightly agitated by these sudden events. Fortunately, he said that he won't leave his room, so he's probably safe. Now, we should do all we can to gather in the same place. I agree. We don't even know where the culprit is hiding. And anyways, there's no proof that there's only one of them. Oh, I shivered at the words that had come out of my own mouth. That's right.
What did he say?
He's like, we don't even know if it's a single culprit. He's like, ah, shit, I said it, but I hadn't even thought about it. The logic caught up before my brain. That's right. Can a single person kill 6 people and create such a horrible scene all alone? Isn't it natural to assume that this crime is carried out by multiple culprits? And then everyone looks at the servants. And then Cannon is missing and Jessica is dead.
Yay!
Oh, it's
all
so
starting to add up.
Oh, it's so fun. They are definitely shooting every single one of these motherfuckers. I agree with Rose's. It's probably good for us to gather in one place. My goodness, yes. Maybe we should get call Milady and Candace back here already? Good idea. Let's have them come down. Georgiana came made to grab the extension phone, but Goda-san shook his head. Alright, we can't use the phone. I'll go with a couple people. If Georgiana and Goda-san come as well, that should be enough. No, let's all go together. It's a wolves and sheep puzzle. If we're all gathered here in the equilibrium, the situation is the most safe. Wolves and sheep puzzle. I have it. Show you. Maria, turn off the television. Let's all go together. Yes, I will guide you. Come on, everyone.
一緒に行動するわ
We'll
よ
move together.
私の指示に従
Follow
う
my instructions. We all stood up. Maria stepped a mirror alone because she had some lingering attachment to the TV, but she went along with everyone and for now got up.
シャノン
Oh, thank
よかっ
goodness.
た戻りが遅いか
I
ら
was a little worried when you took
少
so
し
long to get back.
ご心配をおかけしまし
I am
た
sorry to have worried you. Now, I'm afraid I will worry you much more when you think I'm a murderer in about 10 minutes.
親方様より
Master ordered me to
ご
copy
命令があ
something,
ったの
copy
よ
down something.
執行
Copy down.
Shun.
Shut up. I am sorry, excuse me. Genji's like, don't you be spreading his business around. We headed for Jessica's room, led by Genji-san and Nancy Rosa holding up the gun. Jessica and Kevin-kun are a boy and girl about the same age. It'd sure be a shame if we walked them in at a bad time, is what I had to joke about normally, I'm sure. However, Auntie Rosa was on edge, constantly exuding tension. Also, like, bro, her parents just died. Like, canon. I don't think canon be like trying to get it in there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Rosa is
Way
right in
to
a strategy
cope.
right now. Kind of. So really, it wasn't the kind of atmosphere where I could joke like that.
ほら遅れないで
Hey, don't fall
みん
behind.
な一緒に行動する
Everyone
の
move together.
犯人はい
We
つど
don't
こから
know
飛び
when
かか
or
ってく
where
る
the
かわか
culprit
らない
might
の
leak
よ
at us, you know? But maybe Auntie's Rosa's attitude was more appropriate. Once grabs her that hadn't come down, Auntie Rosa was the leader. This wasn't a situation where she could smile like she always did. And Auntie Rosa herself was the mother. She probably thought that if she didn't get a hold of herself, some harm might befall her beloved daughter.
Beloved.
Genuinely, I think she's better off with the killer.
Yeah, Beatrice.
It's a tragedy that swallowed imposters in Among Us, that. I mean, with a track record like that, how can I object? Oprah had killed 6 of our parents at once. The method they had used was unknown, but if there was a good chance that the opponent was taking a large number of people in an instant. Was that with weapons or numbers? Or was it the magic of a witch? In any case, it definitely didn't look like there were any factors indicating Kate Carroll's. The rest of us should also take that much greater care, like Auntie Rosa.
みんな止まって
I do love how I was joking that there's no way she can lock in, and here she is, the most locked in she's ever been.
Yeah.
Everyone, stop.
Are you shocked?
Yes and no. Like, on one hand, I feel like genuinely, like, I think her abusive nature kind of, like, foreshadows this a little bit. But, like, there's also the like, I think it was genuinely, like, even odds of, like, whether she locks the fuck in or if she falls the fuck apart completely.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I am kind of more interested to see the locking in route.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Rosa spoke in a sharp voice. As we peered forward, wondering what was up, we immediately noticed the reason. Ah, fuck.
何ですかこれは
What is this?
皆様
Everyone, get back. Goto-san and Genji approached the door. Jessica's room was probably on the other side of that door.
これは
This
礼拝堂の
seems to be
扉
the
に
same
落書きしていたのと
paint
同じ塗料のよ
that
うで
was
すね
scribbled on the door to the chapel.
そのようです
It appears
書
so.
かれて
It seems that
ま
not
だ
much
時
time
間
has
が
passed
そう
since it was drawn.
なんだありゃ
What is
ま
that?
た
Another magic
魔法
circle.
陣かよ
月の一の魔
It's the
法
first
陣
magic
だ
circle
ね
of the moon.
赤の扉
It
を
has power
開
to
く
open
力がある
unopenable doors. The door to Jessica's room had that creepy graffiti on it, which had been drawn on the door to the chapel. This is completely different graffiti. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about with this. These these look basically nothing alike, other than like, wow, creepy magic circle. The strange shape had definitely had some meaning related to the occult, but it didn't matter what the meaning was. We were more worried about whether those two were all right.
そんなことはどうでもいいよ
That doesn't
ジェ
matter.
シカちゃんとカノン君は
Jessica
無事
Chan
な
and
の
Canon-kun all right.
嫌な予感がしますな
I have a bad premonition.
早くジェシカさん
We
た
should
ちを連
quickly
れ
take
て
those tubes
下の
downstairs.
お嬢様お
The
嬢
lady,
様
the
おられ
lady,
ますか
are you
お
there?
返事を
Please answer. Goto-san knocked violently and yelled, but there was no answer. He twisted the doorknob with a clatter, but the lock just resisted it.
ローザ様
It
鍵が
appears
かか
to
ってい
be
るよ
locked.
うです
Oh, they're doing locked room shit again. God damn it.
仕方ないわ
Yep.
There are no other
開けてく
options.
ださい
Please open it. Kenji nodded, and Goto quickly unlocked the door with the master key. In the back of my mind, horrible images floated up and disappeared, one after another. The magic circle had been drawn on the door to the chapel, and 6 corpses had been left behind there. So if there was a magic circle drawn in the door Jessica's room, then beyond it...
ジェシカ様
どうしたの
What happened?
いたの
Is she there?
ジェシカどうした
Jessica, what happened? It was truly heartless. The expression on Goda-san's face and what he had said when he opened the door. Prayed us for the beautiful fate that Jessica might have met, even without seeing her. Everyone tumbled into Jessica's room at once. It seemed that told everyone their worst fears were right on the mind. Oh shit! I don't think is this like the first like genuine like dead bodies CG we've seen?
Mm-hmm.
Why are her eyes like that? Girl?
She's dead.
Oh my.
なんてこと南條先
Dr.
生
Concho. Well, the fact that this was in the back like this, and the fact that Cannon's nowhere to be seen, sorry servants, you're fucked this episode.
Yeah.
It seemed elegant for Jessica's age, and there she was, inside it, lying on the ground. There was a large pool of blood on the floor. There was a knife or something sticking deep into her back. That's a woman! Was it a knife? No, it was a woman. There was a design on the handle that had to be done in a devil motif. A devil woman. There was no doubt that this weapon woman carried some kind of occult meaning. Women. This is women. Horrible. This is horrible. She has passed away. This probably reaches her lungs. Not much time has passed since she died.
Deshka!
Damn it!
Deshka!
Sama.
甘かった
I was naive. I knew it. They couldn't just get me out. The culprit was definitely close by. And why wasn't I on my guard straight away? I was naive.
犯人ってやつは
I just assumed that the
罪
culprit
を
would
犯し
sneak
たら
away
こそ
after
こ
they
そと逃
committed
げ
a
て隠れ
crime.
てるもんだと思い込んでた
Battler would play Among Us, and he'd be super weak to like aggressive killers.
Yeah.
僕たちは
We were
動転して
stunned
ジェシカちゃんが
We
怒り
thought
に
we
身を
just had
任
to
せて
accept
駆け出
that
すのも
Jessica Chan gave
仕
in
方
the
がない
grade
ことだ
and
と
ran
思って
off.
ても
But we were naive.
甘かった止めるべきだった
We should have stopped her.
幸田さん
Do you think, like, if he was playing
Jessica
Among
Chan
Us,
hold
it'd be
picture
like
time.
he has to explain what happened without, like, venting? Like, no, venting doesn't exist. You can't have vented. That's bullshit. I don't believe in it.
I'm dead.
Koda-san, why did you leave those two
あなたが
alone?
一緒にいてくれ
If
たら
you
こん
only
な
you
こ
had
とに
been
は
with them, something like this would have never... No, you see, I
それは私は危険ですから
said it was
戻りましょう
dangerous,
と
so
言
we
いま
should
した
return.
ただその
It's just that
お
the
嬢様
lady
は
said
一
she
人
wanted
に
to
な
be
りたいと
alone.
申しましてカノンさんが
Canon-san
自分に
told me
任せ
to
てほし
leave
い
it
と
to
言い
him,
まし
and
てそれを言ったら
speaking of which, where is Canon-san?
そうだ
That's
カノン
right.
君は一体
What in the world happened to Canon-kun? Canon-kun. Shannon's like, I
You just
smell it.
lost.
I smell it. He had a fucking cool-ass anime fight here.
どこに
Where?
カノンさんは
Canon-chan
お
should
嬢
have
様
been
と
the
して一
lady.
体どこに
Where in the
ま
world?
さか
Don't think
や
they
られたん
got
じゃない
him.
だろうな
静かに
Quiet.
この部屋に誰か隠れている
Someone
か
might
も
be
しれ
hiding
ない
in this
ベッ
room.
ドの下やクローゼット
Search
などを
under the
探し
bed
て
and closet. There's a chance that Canon-kun's corpse has been pushed somewhere. At Rose's orders, everyone searched the room together. There wasn't a single human hiding anywhere. Nope, only some furniture. He's nowhere. The culprit had taken him out of
連
the
れ出され
room,
たかなら
and we have to search for him quickly and save him.
もたもたしてると
If we're
やば
slow,
いことに
something
なるかも
awful
しれね
might
えぞ
happen. I love how I can't wait for Rose to be like, it might have been Canon-kun.
ロザボさん
Yeah, because it
That's
obviously
what
has to be
Rosa
Rosa that points it out, right?
It feels like that feels like the obvious conclusion. I feel like George might have also been like the one to point it out, but at the same time, like Shannon's right there. There's no way he's doing that.
Hmm.
犯人を探そう
Let's search for the
True.
カノン
culprit.
君を助け出そう
Let's save Canon-kun.
静かに
Quiet! Auntie Rosa yelled at us loudly and the music turned off.
Mm-hmm. The music went silent too.
He was probably... Even the rain shut the fuck up. That's crazy. She's so locked in. She probably was contemplating something. But what in the world could that be? Auntie Rosa walked through the room as though looking for something, or as though she was collecting her thoughts. Then she found something on the side table by the bed.
誰かわかる人
If anyone knows,
おしこれ
tell
は
me.
何の鍵か
What
しら
key is this? Auntie Rosa showed everyone a key with a cute mascot attached to it. Judging by its keyed appearance, I didn't doubt that it was Jessica's key, but I had no way of knowing what key it was.
おそらく
It's probably the key to this, to
この
Milady's
部屋の
room. After hearing that, Auntie Rosa made a point of going outside the door and checking. Without a doubt, it was the key to this room.
どうしてこんなところ
I
に
wonder
置いて
why
あ
it
る
was
のか
set in
し
a
ら。
place like this.
普通
Normally, you don't
大
keep
事な
important
鍵は
keys.
ポケ
Don't
ット
you
と
keep
かにしまわ
important
な
keys
い
in
か
your
しら。
pocket?
お
Milady
嬢
wasn't
様
in the
は
habit of
ご
locking
自
the
分の
room,
部屋に施錠される習慣はただ
except for when she
学
went to
校に
school.
行かれる時だけは旦那様などに
Seems she would do
勝
it
手
then
に
because
部
she
屋
didn't
を見
want
ら
the
れた
spouse
く
to
ないと
look
言って
inside her room.
なるほど。
Feel that.
Yeah, I see.
登校してるわけじゃ
She
ないか
wasn't
ら
in school, so it's natural
ジ
that
ェシカ
Jessica
ちゃん
Chan
が
would
こ
set
こ
the
に
key
鍵
down
を
here.
置くのは自然なこと。この扉を開け
How
ら
many
れる
keys
鍵
can
はい
open
く
this
つある
door?
お
Just,
嬢
just
様
the
がお
one
持
that
ちの
Milady
一つ
had.
あなたたちのマスターキーでは
Can't
開
it
け
be
られな
opened
い
with
の。
your master keys?
開けられます。
They can open it.
マスターキーは
How
何
many
本ある
master keys are
使
there?
用人の人は
Do all
全
the
員持って
servants
る
have one?
余剰分はあ
Are
る
there extras?
はい私たちは
We
全
all
員が
have
持ってる
one.
余剰分はどうでしょう
Boy, she is about to shoot. I would not be super surprised if she turned around and shot like Goda or like Genji right now.
She just shoots Shannon.
God, I'm mad. Dude, that'd be so crazy. We all have one. As for extras, I
以
want
前
them.
は何本
There
か
used
あ
to
り
be
ま
several,
した
but
が
Madam strongly scolded
奥
us
様
that
に
this was
不用
careless,
心
so I
だ
believe
と
they've been dealt with.
強くお叱りを受けました
そうです。
That is correct.
私たち
There's
使
only
用
one
人
held
が
by each servant.
それ以外
There
は
are no more.
That's still a lot.
Battler's like, ah, fuck.
ちょいと待て
Wait a second.
確か
In the last game, I
前回
thought
のゲームじゃ
we said that there were
マ
extra
スターキ
master
ーには余
keys.
剰分があるって話じゃなかったのか
Sorry, fuck with the timeline. Get with it.
うん。
Yes.
それについてだがな。
Regarding that,
所在不
I
明
noticed
の
that
マス
having
ターキ
several
ーが
master
何
keys
本
whose
もあっては
locations are unknown
わ
is
らわ
quite
にあまりに不利
disadvantageous
で
for
ある
me.
ことに気づいたのだ。
そりゃそうだろうよ
Yeah, I was really hoping that that would just be the case.
密室で俺に魔法を
Since you
発
want
揮
me
さ
to
せた
make
い
me
お前に
believe
と
in
っ
my
ちゃ
magic by using locked
想
rooms,
定
it
外
must be
のマ
really
スターキーは
disadvantageous
非常
for you
に
to
不利
have
だろ
master
うよ
keys that can't account for.
何しろ俺は
In fact, every time a trick
正常
related
に
to
関す
lock
過去
showed
に
up,
紛失し
I
た
was
マスター
planning
キ
to
ーや
resist my
そ
argument
の
that
複
the
製
culprit
を
possessed a master
犯
key
人が
that
所
someone
持
has
してい
lost
て
in
っ
the
て
past
論
or
法
a
で
duplicate.
太鼓
そうよ、その通
Yes,
り。
exactly.
だから、
So I've decided
そ
to
こ
make a
を
move
崩
to
す
defeat
一手
that.
を打たせてもらうことにした。
Did Battler see that cool ass anime sword fight and just like, yeah,
He saw it. Yeah, Battler is so...
that could have been a hologram. You could have holograms. Is he just like, okay, this is too magic. I'm just straight up ignoring this. This didn't enter my brain.
Aliens.
I love Dan to Dan.
Hmm.
So I've decided to make a move to defeat that. I'll alter the setup.
マスターキーは
The
使
only
用人た
master
ちが
keys,
そ
the
れぞれ
ones
持つ
held by the
一本のみ。
servants. One key each. Fuck.
ふざけやがって
Messing with me. I love his like tongue click. Messing with me.
Hmm.
それより
More
こりゃ
importantly,
どういう
what
手
is
だ
this
と王座お
move?
ばさんは
What's
何
Auntie
を言って
Rosa say? Even I love how like the battler that's even like detached from the situation doesn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Still
I
Battler.
like I really appreciate that about him. Like he's a little stupid, but he's stupid with a good heart.
さあな。
Who knows?
話に耳を傾けてみるが
You
よ
should
か
try
ろう。
listening in. You should try listening instead of fucking talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
状
you.
況が整理
I
でき
have
た
the situation sorted out. And then she shoots Goda in the chest.
そして
You really want him
ジェ
to
シカちゃ
die.
んを襲った犯人あるいはその一味の一人を
This
特
face
定できた
is the face of a woman who is confident and wrong. This is
Oh my
this
god,
is
the
a,
music on top of it!
this is a woman who is about to make a very big mistake and think that she fucking cracked it.
Let's hear her out.
We both know what's going to happen. I do appreciate they're like, okay, how do we get the audience screaming no at the game? We gotta make sure to show that Canon totally died, and that she is just so wrong. She is so wrong, and she has fucked it up so bad. What did you say?
それは誰だ
Who's that?
まさか
Auntie Rosa, you can't be talking
カ
about
ノン君のことを言ってるんじゃない
Canon-kun.
でしょ
He's like, wait, what? What? What the fuck? Why Canon-kun?
この部屋は施
The
錠され
room
てい
was
た。
locked.
そして
And the only key that can unlock this room are the master keys that each servant is holding, as well as the key Jessica held.
でも
But Jessica-chan's key was closed
こ
up
こ
in
にと
here.
いうことは
Which means the only keys that could have locked the room are the master keys. I really love how they clearly had these graphics prepared, and they're like, "This is so. We're gonna keep doing locked room shit so we can use this art and just kind of rearrange it around the page."
おっしゃる通
It
り
is as you say.
となれば
In that case, someone killed Jessica-chan, then locked the door.
そして施錠したことになる。
Oh man, she is locked the fuck in.
I
その
know.
人物はマス
That
ター
person
キー
was
を持って
holding
い
a
た。
master key. Like, I am kind of like, I get why she's not immediately shooting the servants, but I think it would have been better. I think that would have been really fucking crazy.
そして
And there were only
マスタ
five
ー
I think,
キーを持
people.
つ人物は5人しかいない。
Like, you think,
I feel like Natsuhi is what you're looking for. Because she kind of just did that last time, didn't she?
kind of, but like she leapt to conclusions a little bit. But at the same time, like, she was still relatively reasonable. And, like, she was like, talk it out, but get the fuck out of here, though.
Reasonable, but she kicked out all of the servants and the child to die.
And yeah, that shit with Maria was kind of crazy. Was kind of like just genuinely unforgivable, huh? Oh my! Chio's like Kumasawa's like, man, I can't believe this shit. I just work here, man. Wasn't me, not me. Gracious, no, I couldn't do something like that.
熊沢さんは朝が遅かった。
Kumasawa-san, you got up late.
私たちが礼拝
After
堂から
returning
客
from
間に
the
戻
chapel
っ
to
て
the
き
parlor,
て、
we did meet you
それま
there.
での間、
But it's impossible to prove
あな
where
た
you
が
were
どこ
what
で
you were
何を
doing
して
until
いた
that
かは物
time.
陰から私たち
You
を
watched us
伺
from
っ
the
てい
shadows
て
and chased after Jessica
孤立
Chan
した
and
ジェシカちゃん
Canon
た
when
ち
they
が
were
後を追い
isolated and stealthily attacked.
こっそり
Is
襲
she
いか
gonna
かって
shoot Kumasawa? What the hell? Her?
私がお嬢様のとこ
Are
ろ
you
を
saying that I
訪れ
visited Milady's room and I did
こん
something
な
so
むごい
horrible?
ことをしたと
I did no such
ござい
thing.
ます。
Gracious, no, no such thing.
ゴーダさんだってどう
What
です
about you,
あなたは
Goda-san?
カノン
You
君
said
に
that
ジ
you
ェシ
left
カちゃんを
Jessica Chan
任
and
せて帰って
Canon
きた
Kun's
と
for
言
care
っ
in
た。
return.
でも
But I wonder if that's true.
本当は
Wonder
2
if you
人
didn't really
を
kill
殺
the
して
two of them,
カノン
hide
君を
Canon
したい
Kun's
それで
corpse,
何食わ
and
ぬ
come
顔が
back
戻
with
って
an
きたんじゃ
innocent
ない
look
の
on
か
your
しら
face. That I think is almost genuinely more reasonable.
そんなことはあり
Nothing
ま
of
せ
the
ん
sort
この
happens.
強打
I swear in my name that I did not do anything like that. It wasn't us either.
私たちは
We were following the
親
master's
方様の
orders, and
ええ、あな
yes,
たと源氏さん
at least you and Genji are saying are alright.
お父様から聞
That
い
is
た
backed up by what I heard from father. Two of you were in father's room the whole time, copying one copying, one standing witness. Yeah, but like, Rosa, have you considered that maybe this is your father's orders and that he is covering for them?
Oh god. No,
お
she
父様
hasn't.
と私が保証するわ
Father and I can guarantee
あ
that.
りがとうございます
Thank you very much.
こうなれば
In that case, I think the
ゴーダ
argument
さんと
becomes
熊
who is
沢
more
さんの
suspicious,
どちらか
Goda-san
が
and
怪しいという論
Kumasawa-san.
法になると思うの。
This is so funny,
I
actually.
I genuinely feel like she's about to be like, okay, argue it out. Whoever loses is getting shot. She's too stupid. Fair.
私もこの部屋に入
That's
っ
how I
た
thought
最初
too,
は
at
そう
least in
思
the
う。
first moments after entering this room.
でもね、
But then I thought it
僕
was
ジェ
strange.
シカちゃんの遺
What
体
do
の
you say
様
of
子を
Jessica Chan's
み
body?
んなはおかしいと思
Don't you all
う。
think it's strange?
おかしいと
Strange. you
Kind
said.
of.
Yeah, it's the back.
ジェシカちゃんは背中を
Jessica
刺され
Chan
て
was stabbed in the back. Come on, it's generally said. It's often generally said,
背中を
right?
刺され
Then
た
crimes
事
where the
件
victim
は
is stabbed in
顔
the
見
back is
知
the
りが
high
犯人
likelihood
の
that the
可能
culprit was
性が
someone
高
whose
い。
face was known to the victim. Jessica Chan! Jessica knows everyone in this fucking building! What the fuck are you talking about? The only one that fucking clears is like Beatrice.
部屋に気を許せな
She
いような
definitely
人
wouldn't
を
invite a
招き
person
入れ
that she
て
doesn't trust
背
into her
中を
room
不
and
防備にさらした
defensively
のは
expose her
絶
back. Rosa-sama, you couldn't mean
それを
to say that this was
カノン君だとおっしゃるんですか？
Canon-kun.
ええ、私たちは
We
殺さ
know
れる
well
直前
what
のジェ
state
シカちゃ
Jessica
んの
Chan
様
was
子を
in
よ
right
く知
before
っ
she
て
was killed.
両親の無残
Jessica
な
Chan was
経
very
緯を
panicked after seeing her
ジェ
parents
シカ
tragic
ちゃんはそ
bodies.
して
It's
そ
easy
の
to
後に
imagine
冷
that
静を
after
取
she
り戻
regained
し
her composure,
ひ
she
ど
would
く
have
落ち
been
込
in
ん
a
だろう
horrible
こと
slumber.
は容易に想像がつく
You know, it's a real shame Jessica's never going to see her parents again because they're in hell and she's not.
そんなジェシカちゃん
I
が
can really understand if
一人で部屋
Jessica
に閉じ
Chan's
こもっ
frame
た
of
と
mind
いう
would
シ
let
ー
her
ン
to shut herself up
とて
alone
も
in
理
the
そ
room.
して
And those
この
pictures
後
would
の
also
経
fit
緯は
Goda-san's
郷田さんの
story.
話とも一致するわ
Oof, tempting. I mean, listen, guys. Let's be. I'm just gonna keep it 100 here.
一人にしてくれと言ったジェシカち
Jessica
ゃん
Chan said to leave her alone.
そして
Kind of confused. With similar age, it might have been
思春期
had
の
some
関係はあったか
adolescent
もしれない
relationship
カノ
with
ン
her.
君が
Said leave it to
本
him.
当によくわか
I
る
can really understand why he'd feel that way.
そして
I think that is the very reason why
だからこそ
Jessica Chan welcomed
Canon
Canon come into her room.
でも
What if it had been the
郷田さん
Goda-san
や
or
熊沢さんが
Kumasawa-san?
部屋に入れて
Would
も
she
ら
have
え
let
た
them
かし
into
ら
her room?
私はお嬢様に信頼を得ていたと信じています。
Goda, that's not good in this situation. This isn't good for you.
That is the opposite of what you want to say.
I
Right
love how, like, even when his life depends on it, he can't stop stroking his own ego. I believe that I have gained Milady's
ではあり
trust.
ますが、そ
But
の
even so,
なら
then you are another suspect after all, right, Koda-san?
God, she's so fucking crazy.
She's, like, genuinely kind of insane.
郷田さんは
I thought that you probably weren't liked by Jessica Chan, so I believe she wouldn't have let you in her room.
だから犯
So I
人で
thought
は
it
あ
was
りえない
impossible
って
that you
思
were
っ
the
たんだ
culprit,
けど
but
いえ、その
no,
残念ながら
I'm
お嬢
afraid to
様
say
に
that I may not have been
お
accepted
認
by
めいただけてい
Milady.
なかったかもしれません。
This guy.
This
Big
is
struggle.
This situation specifically is so fucking stupid. Now
I
that
know,
she's all
Human,
crazy, she's
I
almost
know.
hot. Too bad she's a child hitter. It's rough out here, man. It's
She's got such a nice design too.
yeah. Like her locked in is like, okay, wait a second, I'm picking something up here. But then you're like, but then you remember.
And then
what's
she
going on with
continues to hit her child.
and then you're like, I actually am. I'm not. I'm putting it down. I've seen you like me. It's far too separated by age to understand the feelings of a young person like Milady very well. I love it. I love how they're just gonna start being like, I always hated that bitch, and she hated me. And it's like,
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
like this is crazy. Fucking Rosa's nuts. Perhaps Milady did not open her heart up to me. Right, Goda-san?
そうです。
Yes, that's
私
right.
たちでは
She probably
と
did
ても
not open
心を
her
開
heart
かな
to
かっ
us
たで
to
し
a
ょう。
great degree.
昇進のお嬢
It
様
would be
が
inconceivable
私
that
たち
Milady
の
would
部屋
let
に
us
行
into
って
her
くれ
room.
たわけな
She
どあり
was
ません。
heartbroken!
Bro.
They're so... like,
Yeah.
both of them are such, like, similar shades of bitch coward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goda-san and Kumasawa Basha clasped their hands together, affirming each other with more smiles on their faces. It really it was a really unpleasant routine.
昇進のジェシカちゃん
Someone
は
who would
部屋
be
に
to
入
enter
ること
Jessica
を許
Chan's
した
room
し
when she was heartbroken. They're like, I guess we have to pin it on canon because we don't want to die.
無防備な背
Who
中を
would
許
have
し
given
た
access to her defenseless bag? That
そ
person
の
had a
人物
master
それ
key.
らが示す
That only points to one
カノン
person.
君しかあり
It's
えない
impossible for anyone except Canon.
待ってくだ
Please
さい
wait.
カノン君は決してそ
Canon
んな
could
こと
definitely
は
wouldn't do something like that. I just like, how long are they gonna go without finding Canon before
Like, where the
Like-
fuck is he?
like before they're like, maybe we were fucking wrong about that shit.
あらじゃあ
Oh,
他に
then is there someone else? Jesus, lady, calm down.
No, this is what you wanted.
It's like it's just like Shannon's like, no, I don't believe the canon would do something like that. She's like, yeah,
Give me a
you
name.
got something to say?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, God damn, you really should not have that gun. Koda-san or Kumasawa-san suspicious after all? Which one of those two do you think is more suspicious, Sanon-chan? Come on. I don't...
Oh, big eyes!
It wasn't me, Shannon-san! Gracious, no, it was not me. Of course it wasn't me either. It's Shannon-san who had a close relationship with Lady and you, Shannon-chan, if anyone. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Jessica-chan might have also let Shannon-chan into her room. Are you fucking insane? You just cleared her by your own dad's orders. Does that not matter anymore that you're, like, drunk with power and holding a gun?
Let's hear her out.
But you should have been with father. But in reality, are you the culprit? Rosa, someone needs to take that gun from this lady. Someone needs to get this gun the fuck away from her. Shannon can't be the culprit because we're married.
Yep.
He just said that she was doing some important work with grandfather. Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, but I really want to shoot this gun.
Yeah.
Neither Shannon-chan nor Genji-san is the culprit. Even father acknowledges that they were together the whole time. Well then, what do you think, everyone?
Oh.
Ask that, no one could respond, because even if someone did argue back, they would have to offer the name of a different suspicious person. No matter whose name that person was here. No one could do something like that. Auntie Rosa glanced at everyone in turn, fingering the gun like it was a toy. Please take that away from me. Battler, I need you to be a hero. She seems so different than the normal kind, Auntie Rosa. She's like taking off her mask like this is the child beater. That when I lock in, I only lock in when I beat children. I wish that were Hold it back, human. She hits her daughter. She hits her daughter constantly.
Right. Remember.
No, it's probably because I still don't feel how much danger we're in. Maybe Auntie Rosa... Stop getting taken in by bad behavior from Rosa specifically, Battler! Please have your own thoughts and feelings when this woman is around. Maybe until Auntie Rosa's attitude seemed natural to me, I wasn't fully appreciating the danger. Looks like no one has an opinion. Then I will say mine. Of course, I really can't deny the possibility that Cameron is a victim without a corpse. But until we find his corpse, I also definitely can't deny the possibility that Cameron is a suspect. There's a chance that Cameron may claim to have been attacked by the culprit and confined someone. May appear unexpectedly without excuse. Damn, oh, that's the wind. I was like, this is the sound of her insanity is reaching out past her brain.
Oh god.
But take care. Maybe. Probably. No, definitely. Canon-kun killed Jessica-chan. I love how it's like maybe, probably, no, definitely. Like, you're so... Like, fuck you. Genuinely, like, actually, like come on.
She's so dramatic.
No way! I can't believe it. For Canon-kun to do that, a lady, that's too much to accept. I feel the same as Shannon. I oppose labeling Canon-kun as the culprit. Then is the culprit Koda-san or is it Kumasawa-san? Tell me who's more suspicious. It wasn't us! It wasn't Canon-kun, then who could have locked this door?
I love that we just like completely forgot about Beatrice.
Well, they don't have a key, I guess. Well,
true.
She really wants to shoot that gun.
Yeah.
Like I'm genuinely like thinking that that's more she wants to kill somebody than anything else. Like this is like a tension thing.
Yeah.
Auntie Rosa closed in on Shannon-chan while George Aniki laughing unpleasantly. Jesus Christ! Of course, they couldn't say anything back. They wanted to believe in Canon-kun, but if they did, they would have to suspect the other servants. The simplest culprit was the mystery guest Beatrice, but she was nothing more than a guest and didn't have master key.
Oops.
That if Beatrice was the culprit without a master key, do we have to accept the argument that she really is a witch and locked the door with the power of magic? That's a filthy argument. Filthy. What's so difficult? Make it my fault. You can just make it my fault of the 19th person, the mystery guest, can you not? If you do, you won't have to watch this ugly battle of humans pressing each other. I love the little like sound effect laugh whenever it gets overlaid with her real laugh. I'm so happy. Like every time it happens, I'm like, I'm so happy. So then what? The culprit is the 19th person, the guest Beatrice. She's a witch, and she can lock the door without the key using magic. Are you telling me to accept that? No goddamn way. No way. No goddamn way. There's so many good Beatrice faces. I'm so excited to see her break down even further. In the last game, I learned all your weak points. So, what now? What now? You say you're never going to accept me, did you not? It's clearly what you did is you had two girls turn into things and fucking impale them and then stole Cannon's body using magic. I'm not gonna say it. You can use Cannon as a perfect sacrifice. Okay, I'm done. Wish you would learn all my weak points. Like, Beto could have just killed Cannon and taken his, they are just missing that. I'm sure that's going to be like the actual like solution to this, right? Cannon killed Jessica! You support Rosa's theory that everything is settled here, you know? Cannon's already dead. Should be no need to show concern for the dead. You won't have to doubt anyone here. Damn it! I won't accept you! But Cannon comes being the culprit. That's impossible! I don't want to suspect you. However, it's sometimes the case suspicious are together. In any case, there's probably nothing better than caution. Dr. Nancho, what do you mean by that? Please do not misunderstand. I do not wish to label Cannon's son as the culprit. However, until we understand the situation, there's a possibility that Cannon's son is the culprit. I believe keeping that in mind is safer. Yes, that's right.
The laugh.
I just love how she's just like, oh my god, I'm not in the crosshairs anymore. Fuck. It didn't seem as though anyone blamed Nancho. In reality, no one thought Cannon was the culprit. If they didn't suspect him, they would have to suspect one of the servants here. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to suspect. They didn't want to be suspected. That is the correct way to think. You cannot be too vigilant. She is going to shoot that boy the second she sees him. Too bad he's already dead. Anyone here who subjects them. Listen, there's a very high likelihood this murder case will relate to the legend of Publish Gold. In that case, it's certainly a crime of someone plotting to keep a vast amount of gold with sensibility until the end. But she never said anything about wanting it. Oh man, with that amount of money, you could play around with the rest of your life at any country. It may be possible that they would ask for us for that reason. For the simple reason that our Maria wants to talk so bad, but she knows that blood of that gun is waiting for her.
Yep.
For the simple reason that our guest wasn't holding a master key for the murder of Jessica Chan, and this murder alone, we removed our 19th person, Beatrice, from suspicion. We can't say that she is unrelated to the crime. After all, it's a vast amount of gold that we're talking about here. Once again, I really do feel like people have ignored the fact that, like, yeah, just kill Cannon and take his key, and then move the body. You can't deny the possibility that there's multiple culprits. Right now, one of the people here among us might have been brought by the culprit. Sus. As Auntie Rosie yelled, she turned into a small bean person with like a weird hairdo.
Oh, Mama, I thought that was the text you were reading.
I'm so glad I can always get you with that. You always fall for it. Looked all around us, saw gun still raised. Don't believe anyone. Suspect the person next to you. That's what she was saying. But no one wanted to suspect. They didn't want to suspect anyone here. The weakness in their heart demanded an answer from those not here. There are only two groups of people you can be sure unsuspect. Yourself and those who are already corpses. The same goes for Cannon-kun. During Cannon's side of his corpse, he's the most likely suspect in Jessica Chan's murder. So take care. Even if he's still alive, even if he's smoothing things over with some explanation, you absolutely must not trust him.
Yes,
All right?
Mom.
And you definitely, above everything else, shouldn't trust my bitch-ass fucking ex-boyfriend.
Yes, Mom!
I feel like that's what this is all boiling down to, is like her thing. It's like she has trouble trusting people, and like this is exacerbated by the situation. But it's all because of like whatever happened to her fucking baby daddy. Anyway, no one gave an answer of their own initiative. However, those who met Auntie Rose's eyes had to nod their head. Humans are social beings. In other words, the time they are born, trusting each other is imprinted in their genes. It is unpleasant to go against that. They definitely don't want to suspect anyone. But if they had to suspect someone, they thought choosing one of the people not here right now would be the most acceptable. For just the reason of acceptability, they had passively chosen to sacrifice Canon. This is ridiculous. I definitely didn't want to believe that Canon was the culprit. The Canon that Cunn's the culprit. Yeah, is it because you want to make sweet love to his twink body? Is that what it is, Battler? I only just heard it from George Aniki, but not only were those two close in age, they also had the adolescent relationship Auntie Rosa mentioned. Maybe a little late now, but yes, they really did have that kind of air about them. After seeing her parents' tragic body, Jessica bearing deep wounds in her heart, only had trusted Canon could. It's a very conceivable story. So I don't like it. Canon-kun was the only one she trusted. She wouldn't have let anyone but Canon-kun in, so he was the only one who could have killed Jessica. I just can't accept that line of argument. Understand? Even if Canon-kun appears, don't get careless. Battler, I need you to fucking verbally bitch slap her. I need you to get her so bad. I need her to be like, I'm a fucking moron. As long as we cannot prove Canon-kun's innocence, we will suppose that Canon-kun is the culprit who killed Jessica-chan. Auntie Rosa made that claim. By using the ever so slightly vague word suppose, ultimately she gave everyone that last little push they needed. Everyone nodded weakly, and under the excuse they were just temporarily supposing it, they concluded that Canon-kun was the culprit who killed Jessica. Wonder what the dead Jessica and Kenna would think if they could hear this exchange. You don't necessarily know that Canon is dead, though. Are we actually gonna hear? Oh my god, yeah! He sees ghosts. Jessica was crying.
But magic's not real.
She was crying in the chest of the person who put his life on the line to fight for her Canon. It was frustrating. So frustrating that it felt like her chest would explode. She grieved and resented how far the dignity of the dead had been traveled. Those guys! Why are they treating you like the culprit? Because there's no corpse. Why are they treating you like the culprit because there's no corpse? You risked your life to fight for me. And that witch erased your corpse for fun. Call you the culprit because of that. It's horrible. It's too horrible. Alright. In the end, I couldn't complete the protection, but I was able to be of use to you. So why doesn't everyone understand that? Stop it, Auntie Rosa. Don't call Canon-kun the culprit with that messed up reasoning. She isn't saying that I'm the culprit. She's saying that I'm suspicious. No. She's saying to be careful. She is saying it! These people are saying you're the culprit, Canon-kun, so they can stop thinking. They aren't going to think about who the culprit who killed me is anymore. They're going to think of the possibility that you aren't the culprit. And after this, every time something happens, they'll repeat the excuse that it was the worst of Canon-kun who's gone missing. Yes. I can't stand that! It's alright. At least you know the truth, Malia. If only I know the truth, that's pointless! I found out by dying. Truth belongs to living humans. The truth doesn't remain, the dead won't be rewarded. Okay, that's a weird phrasing, but alright. They won't know why you risked your life. Beatrice, they're dead! Give them a fucking break!
Never. Literally never.
Truly a splendid sight! It is a rare honey that is sweeter than the laments of the dead. Lament! Lament! No matter how much you lament, the voices of the dead never reach the living. I want Battler to be like, whoa, I can hear dead people. Damn it! Damn it! It's not magic, though. That's psychic shit. It's completely different. Doesn't matter who. Hear my voice! Canon-kun isn't the culprit. Canon's corpse was just erased. Why don't you understand that? Okay, Jessica, I get your frustration. To have them immediately assume that, oh, his corpse was erased from existence is like...
Choice.
Gotta give him a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Stop, they're already dead, .gif. I get it, yeah. Milady. I can't take this! It's so sad! It's so frustrating! If it's like this, you died for nothing! The dead have no honor unless the living acknowledge it. It doesn't matter who! Realize, please! Battler, step. Kanon-kun isn't the culprit! Don't go, guys! Please don't end it like this! Don't go! Rosa proclaimed that this room should be sealed if the police came. The rest didn't want to suspect each other, so they happily accepted that. They accepted Kanon as the tentative culprit. Without even imagining how much disgrace that gave the dead, they'd accepted it. Lady, it's alright now. Thank you. Don't go, guys! I beg you, come back! Don't leave us like this! Don't leave Kanon-kun treated as the culprit! I guess there's one upside of being dead. You can cry all you want without having asthma attacks. And then she starts coughing. It won't reach! The laments of the dead never reach! She's got so many good faces. You make me laugh. Yes, that face of yours makes me laugh. You're thinking it'll reach, aren't you? It won't reach, Jessica!
Jessica.
全然ダメだな。
Yeah, let's go! Oh, damn, that went on for so long without Battler speaking up. That's no goddamn good. Yeah. It was such a normal one. Like she had been locked in this whole time. Like, we have to assume. She's like, what? What the fuck? Huh? Battler, did you say something? Yeah, this is no good. It's no goddamn good at all. The time everyone made to leave the room, only Battler had his back to them, and he was still looking down at Jessica's body. What do you mean it's no good at all? You have some objection. I'll at least agree that we have to be vigilant. This all this talk about having Kanon-kun be the culprit, but sorry, allow me to refuse. Oh. So you're biting into this part. If Kanon wasn't the culprit, and it wasn't my doing either, then how do you explain this locked room that Jessica's room has become? It's really crazy because, like, there's just this, like, weird, like, sort of, like, how linked are the Battler having this conversation and the Battler, like, playing it out on the stage? Like, how linked are they? Because, like, clearly Battler isn't, like, aware of this. Like, Battler isn't picking up what's happening in this game at all, right? But it still feels like a lot of his, like, decision-making and, like, his influence and, like, where he's choosing to object and how and why he's choosing to object is, like, influenced by this Battler, you know? Honestly, I gotta throw up my hands there. He's like, why did I say it's no goddamn thing? He's like, man, I don't fucking know. I'm just listening to myself cook. You gotta take responsibility for my own actions. I got empty-handed with 0 weapons to argue with. Well, while he's empty-handed, I'm gonna go fill up a glass of water. You're not gonna catch me empty-handed with this. I gotta hydrate. I'm talking.
Hydrate. Bum 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 bum. Hydrate or ales. Ah! Redeemed hydrate. No! It's over for you. Ooh, correctly redeemed hydrate. Hi, Quackly! Human also redeemed the hydrate. You got 3 hydrates redeemed.
Water's that many sips.
And a vine boom.
Oh, wow. I did hear that. I got a half full glass of water.
Good morning, Crickly.
Alright, I managed it. I still have like 1 sip left, so we're good. Yeah, Gorning!
Yay.
I don't like.
I love this theme.
I don't like Gorning.
I like it.
I'm dying. Oh,
What happened?
I don't know correctly. That's not very Gorning of you. What's up? You doing all right? But you know, I won't stand here twiddling my thumb. She's
dying.
She's not Gorning at all. I won't stand here twiddling my thumbs anymore, Beatrice. I'll get better. Okay. Well, good. But Battler-sama. And Shen's like looking at Battler because he's like, and she's like glancing down at the ring on her hand. She's just like, maybe like a little too hasty with this one.
She's gotta reconsider after this.
Yeah, she's like, he was really cool. Is there some proof that Kanekun is the culprit? The expression that rose to those two faces was definitely expectant. They didn't want to believe that Kanekun was the culprit. In truth, they believed in Kanon. So this expectation was because they wanted to be made. So this expectation was because they wanted to be made to believe in him even more strongly. She can't handle the Battler Riz. To be fair, in this moment, in like these sorts of moments, his Riz is off the fucking charts. And then he tries to grope his cousin at the start of episode 1, and you're like, stocks are down. And then this happens, and you're like, stocks are up.
It goes up and down.
It's a real roller coaster with that guy.
Yeah.
Then Battler-kun, which of the other servants do you suspect? Goda-san? Maybe it's Kurosawa-san. Fucking knock it the fuck off, Auntie Rosa. Quit it, Auntie Rosa. I know the person called Kumasawa Bachan well. She'll sometimes slack off on work, but she'll always try to make things fun. She's not a person who would kill, not even if their eyes were dazzled by money. Battler-sama. I just met Goda-san yesterday. Honestly, I still don't really understand him. But there's one thing I understand. I've never seen someone look so happy to be making food.
Wow, what an argument.
The same as Kurosawa Bachan. Goda-san likes to make people happy. A person like that could kill those who praise his food as though food is delicious, even if money was piled up in front of him. Battler, that's like a little, like, you're buying it a little too hard on Goda, but I get it. You need to make an argument. And who do you think killed Jessica-chan? Who do you think shut Jessica-chan up in a room that only can be locked by a master key? Wait, before I argue that, there's something I want to make clear. I don't want to talk about this so-and-so is not the culprit and so-and-so is the culprit. I just want to talk about how it's completely impossible for Kanekun to be the culprit. You say that you can establish that Kanon isn't the culprit. How? It's really simple. It's something I came dangerously close to overlooking. Beto. I really love that, like, he's already calling her Beto. She's like, yeah, you know, people I'm friends with call me Beto. And she's like, you can call me Beto. And he's just like, yeah. Like, even though they're doing this whole fucking shtick, they're like, alright, Beto. Like, his desire to call people without honorifics is stronger than his intense hatred of this woman specifically. Also, they're like, this is fun. Like this sucks, and like he's having to watch his friends die and family die, but he's like, man, I really like puzzles. I really love thinking. I really love critical thinking. Repetition requested. Say it if you can. Canon-kun was holding a master key. Oh.
カノン君が
Canon-kun wasn't holding a master key?
どうしてそんなことが
How
わ
can
か
you
るの
tell that?
さっき俺はゴーダさんに話を聞い
I heard what Goda-san said
た
before.
カノン君と別れる
Just before he split up with
ジ
Canon-kun.
ェシカが
The part about
貴賓室に
Jessica
殴り
going
込
to
み
raid
に
the
行ったってあた
VIP
りの
room.
話だゴーダさん
Goda-san, you did a good
あん
job
たは
remembering
ちゃん
it.
とあんたは
You protected
カノン
Canon-kun's
君の
honor.
名誉を守る
私ですか
I did?
同じ話は僕
I
も
heard
聞
you
いて
talk
た
about
よ
the same thing.
でも
I don't
僕に
really
はよく
understand.
わからなかっ
But I
た
don't really understand! George, I'm sorry, your Riz stonks are drastically falling. They were never high to begin with, but they're somehow even lower.
説明してくれるか
Could you explain it,
It's
Bethel
over for
could?
him.
そうさ
It really does feel like it's like the only reason Jessica is like Shannon is like super into George is because Battler wasn't there for like 7 years. Like if he had actually been there, it would have been Battler. You know?
What?
Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
When you compare the two, that sounds about right.
Like, sorry, George. You're literally you won by forfeit.
ジェシカ
Maybe she likes
貴
boring.
賓室の鍵を開け
Nah, no way.
Tell me that with a straight face after her watching this man defend her dead brother's honor in front of everyone like this,
Yeah,
with this
sorry.
kind of a crazy
Never
thing.
mind. I said nothing.
Literally, I can't help but think to her, like she's thinking to herself, like looking down at that ring, like damn, maybe too quick on the draw with this.
Oh God.
When Jessica unlocked the VIP room, she borrowed the key from Canon-kun, but didn't give it back. Did he, like, find the key on her
だから
body?
カノン君はマ
So
スター
Canon-kun
キーを
wasn't
持って
holding
い
a
ないん
master
だ
key. He could have, like, taken it from her body, though.
それ
Or
は
was he?
確かにゴーダの
Certainly
記
Goda
憶
has no
上
recollection
マ
of the
スタ
master
ー
key
キーを
being
カノン
returned
に
to
返
Goda.
したら
Canon.
しかし
However, she might have
ゴ
returned
ー
it
ダ
when
が
Goda
出てい
wasn't
ないと
looking.
ころで返したかもしれないそれが絶対にな
How
かっ
can
た
you prove that it didn't happen?
どう証明する
Yeah, fucking say it in red. Say it in red then. Fuck you.
カノンの死体のポケ
If you
ッ
can
トを
just
調
search
べ
the
れ
pocket
ば
of Canon's
それは
corpse, you
立
could
証
probably
できるだ
establish
ろうが
that, but
そ
you
れは
can't.
できない証明は
It's impossible to prove. Well, I mean, if it's on Jessica's corpse.
全然ダ
You're
メだ
no goddamn good at all. It's truly simple to prove, isn't it?
そんな
No
それ
way.
じゃ
So you're saying
カノン
Canon-kun
君は
wasn't
鍵
holding
を持っ
a
て
key?
なかったというの
Like I like to. I
Together.
can't. I really do appreciate that. Like no one was willing to examine the body even remotely,
ああ
except for Battler, who's like, I guess I gotta pat down Jessica.
No one wants to touch that shit for real.
Yeah.
So
To prove it, all you have to do is search
ジェ
Jessica.
シカのポケットに
Canon's gonna keep master
カ
key
ノン
should be
君
at
のマスター
Jessica's
キーが
pocket.
南條先生
Dr. Nanjo, will you
Shut
check
up,
this? Yes.
Hmm.
Dr. Nanjo jazzed up to Jessica and searched in her jacket pocket. Everyone hoped for it. Please, be there.
ありましたぞ
Here it
これで
is!
すか
Is this it?
はいそれ
Yes,
がマス
that
タ
is a
ー
master
間違
key,
い
without
あ
a
りません
doubt. Well,
Do tell us.
Battler, I hate to say it, but you did the right thing, but you really backed yourself into a fucking corner on this one.
Yep.
それが
This is even more locked than it was 5 seconds ago. Yeah, this is Canon-kun's master key. I'll say it again.
カノン君はマスターキーを持っていないだから
Therefore, there's no way he could have locked that door. It certainly does appear that
確か
way.
にでも
But Canon-kun
カノ
was
ン
the
君
last
ジェシ
person
カ
to
ちゃ
meet
んが
Jessica
疑
Chan.
わしい
The
こと
fact
に
that
変わ
he's
りはない
suspicious hasn't changed.
予想ぜ
Let's get that a rest.
人間ってのは
Humans were originally supposed to be creatures that
信じ合う
trust
生
each
き物
other.
のはずだなのに
in order to live in such a tough world, you learn to be wary. Fool without anything. You're a sad creature. She's like, that's very nice, Battler, but what does that have to do with what we're talking about? I won't deny that's our nature. But I won't permit you to come to a conclusion without proof. The suspicious are not the guilty, they are the innocent. Of course, this world is full of wolves. I won't tell you to be carelessly believe everyone. But if you're gonna say someone's guilty, prepare some perfect evidence. Unless you can do that, never say someone's guilty because of speculation. Damn, you are getting fucking talked down to by a 17-year-old who's not doing very good in school. That man,
so unnecessary.
I mean, no, listen, it's shameful for both of them.
Okay.
I was the one who said the suspicious were the guilty. That was thoughtless. I apologize. That was someone. Wonderful reasoning, Battler-kun! Thank you too, Goda-san. Because of what you remember, Kanako is clear from suspicion. No, he's just like, fuck, I'm back in the spot. I'm back in the crosshairs.
He's so happy!
She's like, thanks for putting yourself in this fucking position. I didn't even have to do shit and put yourself in check. God damn, that's fucking great. You're really bad at this game. It was the dry sound of the witch's applause. Done! Well done! Thanks! Not a bad job. I love how he's just like, shit. God.
Yeah, I love the expression on his face.
He's like, shit. I totally fucking... did I just fall for a bait piece? Yeah, you did. It was like the most incredibly obvious thing. You wonderfully proved that at least Kennen can lock the door to this room. Servants should all be holding The servants should all have been holding master keys. That is a basis. Kennen was treated as a culprit, so you did a wonderful job of at least clearing the way that's suspicion. How did the culprit who killed Jessica lock the door? That's the problem I have now. Tron enjoyed a development that went exactly like you wanted. I just I know that it's probably gonna change up after a while. I just want to keep imagining that, Beatrice's plans never really advanced beyond, here's an even more locked room. Can you unlock this locked room that's the most locked it's ever been? I lied. This is my most locked room to date. Just for 7 more episodes.
It's the thing she does best, I guess.
Listen, it's her signature. This is what she's comfortable with. I've been drawn into a development that went exactly like you wanted. Right into my trap, yes? Furthermore, you said something outrageous about not doubting any of the other servants. Well, then, it'll be worth seeing how you gloss this over. Especially because we know that they were killed by, a fucking... there was, a weird Goatman anime fight, and then women turned into spikes. We saw that shit. That's how it went. What the fuck are you gonna do? There was magic. It was actually just magic. She's out here killing people with magic. He's like, no, actually. Fuck you.
No.
Shut your face. Let's get this started. I'm sure I'll be denied from all angles, but first I'll verify the definition of what it means for this room to be a locked room. Where are we? First, there are absolutely no types of hidden doors. This door is the only way in or out. But there's a window right there. I can see it. It's right there. The only way to lock the door is with just a single key or the master keys, only one of which is held by each servant. Yes, on the second floor, it is probably possible to enter or leave through the window. However, the window is locked from the inside. Oh, okay. Let me flip over the chessboard right away. If I start by arguing about the door and the lock, I probably leave the palm of your hand. Do as you like. Well then, what should I repeat? Repetition request. Kanako was killed in this room. Kanako was killed in this room. Although I erased his corpse with magic, of course.
Her face.
続けて復習
Again,
を
repetition
カノン君の
requested.
死体は
Canon's
この部
corpse
屋
is
に
in
あ
this
る
room.
拒否する
I declined.
復唱は
I
でき
cannot
る
repeat
な
it.
ぜなら
Because I erased the corpse with magic.
そりゃいいわ
Yeah, but that's not in red, so fuck you. Fuck you. Of course you wouldn't. There's gotta be a hidden secret hidden there somewhere. Damn, what's the point of contention of this
マ
riddle?
スターキーの
It
中
says that
施
they
錠
locked
した
it
こと
without
な
a
のか
master
施
key.
錠された室
This
内にい
is
る
how they
2
managed to kill two
人
people
ど
who
うや
were
って
inside a
殺し
room
た
with
か
the
な
door
のか
locked.
それとも
So how they managed to escape
二人を
after
殺し
killing them both.
悔しいが
I'd say it, but I have to tackle this
外
one
堀
step
から
at
埋
a
めてい
time.
くしかないぜ
If this was like an Ace Attorney style thing where you had to guess the correct thing, I'd be so fucked. This game would be so fucking hard.
復讐要求
Repetition
こ
Yeah.
requested.
の施錠は
Last time it was locked by was by a master key.
これも拒否する
I also declined that. This declining
そ
thing
の
is
拒
really
否ってや
vague.
つが復唱不能
I
だ
don't
か
know
ら
if you
拒
decline
否
because it's impossible to repeat or whatever
本当は
you,
復唱でき
or
るの
whether
に
you
わざ
can
と
repeat
拒
it
否
and
して
you're
るの
declining on
か
purpose.
礼拝堂の鍵の時
Back when discussing the
そ
lock
な
of
た
the
にす
chapel,
っ
you
かり
completely
逆
turned
手
the
に
tables
取ら
on
れ
me.
てしまうわらわが有利
When I have an
な
advantage, there's no need to
わ
go
ざ
out
わ
of
ざ
my
リ
way
ス
to
クのあ
speak
る
using
赤
the
を
red,
使
which
って
carries
発
the
言する
risk.
必要がない
Well, then what's the fucking point? If he
She
can't
likes to
use,
have fun.
yeah, well, okay. But if she's gonna be like, sorry, that's too good a thing to say in red or not, then like, fuck you. The fuck is the point?
ただそれだけのことよ
That's all it is. Yeah, I guess
そうなん
so.
だよ本来
And it's hard. The red is something you use when you want
俺
to
の
stop
知説
my
はあん
strange
たが封
theories.
じるときに使うもんだったんだよな
わらわが有
It is
利にな
natural
る
that
よ
I
う
would
に
use
使
it
う
to
の
my
は
advantage.
当然のこと
She's like, this is so much fun. I'm having a
Magic
great
is for
time.
me.
She's like, I'm having a great time. I have so many cards and he has none.
上げ足を取られる
Because
リ
of
ス
the
クが
risk
分
of
か
it
ってい
being
る
quibbled
以
with,
上
I won't use it. Use
無駄
this
に
word.
さて
Well then, what move will you come in
次
with
は
me
どう
next?
いう手で来るゴーダや熊
A
沢を
move
疑
that
う
the
手はおそ
Kurosawa-san
らく
under
一
suspicion
番
would
使
probably
い
be
や
the
すい
easiest to use, right?
くそ
Damn.
誘導されてい
Like
る
you're
よう
leading
で
me down a
ムカつく
path.
ぜ
Goddamn annoying.
しばらく黙ってろ
Stay quiet a while, I'm thinking.
もちろん
Of course, this
こ
door
の
is the same
扉
as
は
the
礼拝
chapel.
堂の時と同じ
Guess I don't need this color anymore. Welcome back, Dagger. I'm assuming you're always lying.
施錠時にはいか
Grid
なる
locking does
方
not
法
permit
をして
any
も
form of
出
entry
入
or
りはで
exit.
さらに言うと
I'll say it
部
more.
屋
No
の
trick
外か
can
ら
about the
鍵を
effect of
使わ
locking
ず
the
に
door
施
from the
錠する
outside
ような
without
から
using
くり
a
も
key.
通
し頼まれてねえ
Damn
時
you
に
for
ば
always
かり
using red
赤
when
を
I
乱
don't
発
ask
し
for
やが
it.
って
Let's back up. Let me just think. I'll add everything I know. First, there are two victims. Jessica and Cannon-kun. Cannon-kun's corpse isn't here, but Beatrice admitted in red that Cannon-kun was killed. So even without a corpse, he's included as a victim. There's a few questionable points. Depending on which I focus on, my line of thought changes a lot. First, after the culprit committed murder in this room, how did they lock it? If we assume that the culprit was one of those holding a master key, it's extremely simple. Couldn't they have just stolen one of the keys from the other servants? But I want to avoid that if I can, because I would have to suspect Goda-san and Kumasawa-san. No, in the worst case, even Chen and Genchi-san. At this point, I noticed something. I'm contradicting myself. I'm cutting my own throat. I want to deny Beatrice no matter what. I want to erase the existence of that brittle, fickle, ridiculous witch. In order to do that, I have to explain everything using with humans, not magic. But that also means suspecting some human. I don't want to suspect anyone. Of course, if there was some clear proof, I would have to believe that person is the culprit. As long as that didn't happen, I wouldn't want to cast any suspicions. Am I just green? Am I just a kid who doesn't want to have my feelings, which tell me that at least this person or that person couldn't be a murderer or betrayed? I want to deny that it was a witch. I also want to deny that it was a human. I don't know what is what anymore. They all killed themselves. The end.
Yay.
そもそも
In
そ
the
な
first
たと
place,
わ
the only
らわの
victory
ゲー
condition
ム
in
は
our game
わらわ
regarded
の
whether or
存
not
在
you
を否
deny
定
my
できるか
existence.
どうかだけが勝利の条件だったそれだけでもそな
Even
た
though
に不
that
利な
alone
ゲ
was a
ーム
game
な
that
の
you
に
put you at a
そなたは
disadvantage,
勝
you
手に
increased the
勝
number
利
of
条
victory
件を増や
conditions
し
all by yourself and
自
made your own
ら
victory
勝利を
difficult.
困難なものとしてしまっている
Yeah, he's stupid. It's just as she says. If I started arguing that someone holding a master key was the culprit, then this locked room could be easily broken. However, since the number of keys that could open this door are limited, and furthermore it's clearly known who holds them, saying that would mean that I was suspecting someone I knew well. No, have I just been averting my eyes? I love how he says that when like one of the options is Goda, who he is known for approximately 24 hours.
Yeah. Balor's too stupid and nice.
In that locked room trip to the chapel, which had been accelerated and destroyed, I had proposed that someone stole the key from Maria's handbag and returned it. If my theory is right, the question becomes who could have stolen the key from her handbag? Maria's handbag had probably been most unguarded when she was sleeping. In that case, in addition to me, George, Aniki, and Jessica were also suspects. George, Aniki, and Jessica, or Jessica was the culprit? Or maybe an accomplice? All of our parents had been killed, right? And yet one of us consented to that and assisted with the crime. Okay. So, like I said, one of the weird things about like how this is working is it feels like there's like two timelines that are operating simultaneously, where there's like a world in which like there was like a human culprit who did human things to like do the kill or whatever, and like that. If we point to the idea that Canon and Jessica. Canon and like Shannon are the same person, right? We're going with that sort of like split personality theory I had with like them and Beatrice. Then the idea that like Canon could have been killed in like a very psychological way without actually having died, which means that I guess Shannon could technically be the murderer still. Although that seems a little silly. I mean, it would probably be like the Beatrice personality that was doing it then, if that was the case, but... So I guess from that standpoint, you could say that, like, Canon had died but left no body. You know?
Yeah, I think I get it.
Actually, wait a second, come to think of it, Shannon's face was all fucked up, and they couldn't necessarily tell if it was her. They could only ID her by, like, the ring, right? Or, like they ID'd her based on the ring or whatever. So that could have not been her body. And then Canon, like, the real guy, like, just, like, died. And then, like, I guess Beto was left. But I get theoretically, you could also say that it was, like, that first time around could have all been, like... Oh, it could have been, like, Kinzo or something, right? Because, like, we never technically got a positive ID on his body. Her face was the most intact, though, I thought. I don't remember, actually. Let me check. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm going to save this quick.
Yes, do save.
And I want to check. I want to go to the title screen here real quick. Because I know you can check the character profiles based on that. Characters, episode 1. Shannon, execute. Seems the side of her head was smashed after that. Okay, so her head was, like, the most, like, safe. But, like, that doesn't necessarily mean... Oh, wait, she had the leg tattoo, though. Yeah, that leg is certainly covered up in that. Okay, which side from the side? Gotcha. How's the Umineko? Oh, rip Shannon again. I'm just confirming something because, like, I'm kind of like I was talking through a thing and I kind of did like a tangent off into like how this could have worked in like the episode 1 stuff. But like I was talking about how this really feels like there's two timelines that are kind of running at the same time. The timeline that assumes that magic is real and that Beto is like real, and then there's the timeline that's like. Theoretically, like, just explain this all with mundane things, and it's like I said, it's like it's running simultaneously. We're simultaneously seeing the magic timeline and the humans did it all timeline, right? And once again, we're kind of coming back to this, like, because they're like, well, Canon was killed, but the body was erased by magic, and if like magic's not real, then that can't be true. So Canon, how do we kill Canon without leaving a body? If Canon's just the personality, like, he's one of the personalities inhabiting, like, whatever body, then, like, to kill him wouldn't necessarily leave a corpse. Yeah, if you check, like, yeah, the Kraus and... Well, okay. Seems the side of his head was smashed. Where was it? Yeah, his whole head was smashed. Her whole head was smashed. Yep.
Yep.
Smashed. Smashed. Okay. But going back to but like, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Going back to like that locked room, if Cannon had died, like just like the personality had died, that wouldn't have necessarily left a body behind because, like, you know, like Shannon is still around, like Beatrice, if we're going by that theory again, is still around, still like inhabiting the body. So I guess you could run it that way if you're explaining it like completely mundanely. And I guess theoretically, even though like Cannon had left a body behind in this route, because like they did have a body, everyone saw it, he was dead, you know, whatever, that happened. The only one that we didn't really get a positive ID on was like technically all of these guys didn't have like positive IDs on their bodies, technically, and then Kinzo also didn't, because like, you know, disappeared completely unannounced. Oh, okay. Kinzo burned in the incinerator with a weapon resembling an ice pick and rammed in his forehead. Not necessarily didn't have to be his body. So it could have been Kinzo killing people in the background. Anyways, we're gonna go back. I just wanted to check that out and, like, you know. And, oh, his extra toes are a genetic quirk, though. Yeah, okay, that's harder to do. I mean, it theoretically could have been one of his children, right? Like, if it's a genetic quirk, then it could have technically passed on to one of his kids. So maybe they did it like that. But how they ID'd him, but what about Rudolph and Krauss? Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, obviously we need to go on just to see what's happening in the story, but, like, I wanted to kind of stop and think about this a little bit. Anyways. All our parents had been killed, right? And yet one of us consented to that and assisted with the crime. We had lamented, mourned, and shed tears in the chapel, and yet one among us had been lying.
Sus.
そなたの
例
例
手
下げから抜き出し戻したという説はいとこたちを色濃く疑うものであったのだぞ。にもかかわらず、それに気づかないふりをして、よくもあれだけの説をしゃあしゃ。
Yeah.
Damn it. She's like, it's losing a game like this to Battler is like it's like getting queer baited by Disney or losing to a dog at a game of chess. It's just like, it's the easiest thing to do in the world.
The fucking comparisons, I'm sorry.
Listen, well, I immediately thought of, like, it's like getting queer baited by Disney is like losing a game of chess to a dog. But I'm like, but I wanted to, I definitely wanted to still say Disney, though, so I was like, what if I just extend it out with that? What if I just say the whole thing inside of the comparison? I'm sure Disney will have their first gay character soon. You know, I'm sure it will. Damn it. That doesn't guarantee that one of the family of the servants is the culprit. If you snuck up on his harding in a cardboard box, for example, there's a good chance you could have snuck into our room when we were first asleep and stole the key. Alright, Snake, calm down. That would have been acceptable in that instance. But suspecting me as the guest, the 19th person, you wouldn't have to suspect them. I think we all know that shit does not count. That shit's like so fucking like that's such a bitch mode way of like doing that sort of shit. It's like, oh, this background character has like 3 lines of dialogue is like gay. Oh. We put in a lesbian kiss at the very end that like was very easily edited out for the Chinese release. Like, come the fuck on, man. It's no trouble at all for me to open the lock of magic, but of course, I don't have a master key.
わらわの魔法を
But
否
on
定
magic, you
す
also
る
deny
なら
I'm
ば
a suspect. You
わらわを
realize.
疑うことも否
No,
定
it's
せ
the
ね
main
ばな
character
ら
of
ん
Strange
ぞ。
World? Oh, shit. I thought it was like the cop character, like, or whatever. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. No.
そしてそれはつ
And
ま
what,
り
and what that
そなたが
entails is
18人
suspecting
の
one of
中
you
の
18.
親切
Thanks
に
for
あ
the
りがとう
lovely
よ。
explanation. I just love how he's like fucking gritting his teeth, like fucking whatever.
Hmm.
少し
Oh,
整理
sorry,
できた
that's Disney's other first gay character. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think.
I was thinking the wrong thing. Listen,
No,
Disney has had so many first gay characters that it's hard to keep them all straight.
well,
Except for Disney, it's very easy for Disney to keep them all straight for the
I
Chinese
was
release.
say.
Thanks for the lovely information. I've been able to sort things out a
俺に
bit.
とっての目的
My
は
goal is to pursue how the 19th person, the
人間である
human
19
guest
人目の相手で
Beatrice, committed the crimes.
そうすれば
If I do that, I won't have
誰
to
も疑わ
suspect
ずに済む
anyone. All I have to do is realize that you are a normal person and not a witch.
Mhm.
それができればな。
Technically, I guess that makes her like the 17th guest because if my theory is correct, then it's like her, Kennen, and Shannon are all the same person. So really, there was only 17 people there, not even 18. The 17th was really the 17th guest, Beatrice. Very real flesh human Beatrice. I think if human was here, I think she would be losing her mind at this. She'd be like, oh my god, oh my god. I know literally no one who's seen Strange World that buried it under bad marketing. I really feel like maybe it's just that I'm not in places where Disney is advertising, but I feel like I haven't seen like ads for like Disney movies in so goddamn long. Like I feel like they haven't been marketing for shit lately.
Oh, I recognize the Strange World.
You can do that. Yes, foolish man.
こんな部屋
A room like
本
this
来
never
は密
needed to
室
be a
で
locked
も
room at
何
all.
にしろ
After all, there
開
are a
ける
total
こ
of
との
6
できる
keys that can
鍵
open
は
it.
そしてそれらの
And
所
there were
有者は
several who
何
possessed
人も
those
い
keys.
る誰でも
You
疑
can
える
suspect any of them.
疑い放
Suspect
題
as
よ
much as you
な
like.
のにお前は
But you
わ
went
ざ
through
わ
all
ざそ
the
れら
trouble
を
of
全て
denying all
否
of
定
those
し
and made it a
自
locked
分
room
で密室
yourself.
を作ってしまった
She's like, I can't believe you locked this room, Battler.
わかるか
Understand.
これは
This is a locked room
お
born
前
from
の
your
思
mental
考的矛盾が生み出
contradictions.
した密室な
Jesus. I wonder if there's ever going to be a situation where he has to be like, no, it wasn't anyone else. I did it.
Oh my god. I can kind of see that though.
It's like that fucking Disco Elysium, like, convince Kim that you're the killer. The sexy dark twist.
他の誰
There's
で
no
も
one
ない
else. You closed that door
そな
yourself.
た自身が
魔女が魔法で開け
Except
たこ
that a
とを
witch
認
opened
め
it
る
with
か俺の
magic.
知
Or
る誰
except
かが
that
犯
someone I
人で
know
あ
is
る
the
ことを
culprit.
認めるか
Those
の
are my
二
only
択
two
だって
options,
言
you're
いたい
saying.
んだなくそ
You
大
trying to
手飛車
fork
取り
the
のつもり
world?
かよ
こういう察しもあると披露したかった
I
まで
merely wanted to show you that this move also exists. She's like, listen, I'm here to help someone new learn the game. I'm a hero.
I'm a
さて
hero.
What
ど
will you
う
do
する
now?
後ろ宮バートラ
Batawa.
Ushiromiya Bantala.
実に簡単な話じゃない
It's
か
a truly simple problem.
あの自意識過
You
剰
just
な
have to make
料理男
sacrifices to
と
that overly
死に損ないのク
self-confident
ソ
cook
バ
and
バ
that
ア
hag who should
ち
have
ょい
died
と生贄
years
にしてあげ
ago.
るだけじゃ
Well, I
な
mean,
い
listen, she's old, but like, I mean, who's to say how long anyone should live? Batora.
Batora.
Damn it.
久保田さんと熊
So
沢
if
さ
I
んを
suspect
疑えばそ
Goda-san
れで
and
いいのか
Kumasawa-san, everything's fine?
ダメだ
That's no good!
俺は
I can't think of
久保田さんが犯
Goda-san
人
as
だ
the
とは思えない
culprit. I'm taking a screenshot of this. There's something about this that just has it just has such rancid fucking energy. I can't think of Goda-san as the culprit.
熊沢さんが犯人
You
だ
have
とは
known
思
this
えない
man for like 2 minutes. I can't think
He
of
has a big
Kumasawa-san as the
だ
culprit.
がお前は認め
But
な
I
い
won't accept you!
絶対だ
Ever!
ならば、
In
魔
that
法
case,
マスター
they
キー
would
を
have
使
had
わ
to
ず
enter
に
the
この
room
部屋
without
に
using
入り、
magic or a
ジ
master
ェシカ
key.
とカノンを殺
Kill
し、
Jessica and
し
Cannon,
か
and
も
even erase
カノ
Cannon's
ンの
corpse
死体を魔
without
法
using
を
magic.
使わずに消失させねばな。どうやって
How could it be
行う？
done?
わらわを否
How
定し
could
つ
it be
つ、
done so
誰
that
も
you
疑わ
can
ず
deny
に
me
どう
and not
やって
suspect
行う
anyone
の
at the same
か。
time?
That's a good question. I didn't know.
I don't know. It's
I know.
hard. It's hard. This is a hard
リザイン
question.
だ。
That's a good question.
Oh! Resign.
バトラ君、
Patrick, what'd you say?
降参だよ。
I give up.
俺は
I was able to
Damn.
Mechanic
カノン
and
君
couldn't
に
have
この
locked the
扉
door.
が。
That doesn't mean I was able to figure out who killed Jessica. No, that's more than enough.
その
For
カ
doing all
ノン
that for
君もあり
Cannon
がとうご
Kun,
ざいます。
thank you very much. Shannon, the other you inside your head's the one that killed him. And Jessica, actually. I mean...
なんかいらねえ。
What?
I'm just like...
What?
I'm just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about this fucking theory that I've been having for, like, the last goddamn, like, what? It feels like the last, like, 8 parts?
Yeah.
I'm just like... Oh, this is so...
You're
this game is
obsessed.
so... This game's so fucked, if that's the case. And that's one of the reasons why I'm like, I think I might be really onto something here.
I'm dead.
I think it started very early on. I mean, yeah.
それはつまり
After all, that means you're under suspicion too.
ローザおばさんも
I'm sorry,
ごめん
Auntie
よ。
Rosa.
別に反
It's
抗
not
し
like
た
I
かった
wanted to
わ
be
けじゃない。
defiant towards you.
俺も死にたくないし
I don't want to die either. I want to find Dad and
親
Thrust
父た
the
ち
true
の本
killer.
当の
Sorry for saying something that wasn't cooperative.
協調性のないことを言って悪かったぜ。
Rosa, with a gun! She's locked the fuck in the most negative way you could possibly imagine. It's great.
You've given the neglected child all the power.
No, it's alright.
私も少し
I
警
was
察だった。
also a little rash. A little.
A little.
A little. I was just gonna shoot somebody. I just wanted to shoot some gun.
仲直りしましょ
Let's make up.
う。おばとおい同士
As。auntie and nephew, we have to be
Nakayuki
friendly
shine.
towards each other. And then I just want her to like turn and like just randomly shoot one of the servants. I'm so ready for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like such a wonderful punchline to so many of these setups. Right? Auntie Rosa shifted the gun to one hand and held out her other. I reached out. For the time being, we shook hands. Oh, this is not gonna end well. She's pissed. She's so mad.
She's gonna
And
let
she-
this other child die.
Auntie's gaze was sharp. In order to deny the witch, she would make anyone a sacrifice. That's what her eyes told me. And me? I denied the witch, but I wasn't prepared to lose anything. I probably was the one who thought himself most ready to fight, the one standing furthest from the truth. Man, what a good game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Good stopping point, or do you want to go a little bit longer?
Good stopping point.
Alright. Video games, they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we come back to Umineko, I'm just like, man, this is so good.
Right? I love you, Minako.
It's so good. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, who's going? Who's still going? Is anyone going? No one's going.
Yay.
Not a single person. A single person's gone. Alright, well, thank you all for coming out. I'm so glad to see you around. Don't know what the hell the plans are going to be for the next couple weeks. For the next couple weeks, Jesus Christ. For the next week. There's like a bunch of stuff going on. I might have a little bit more time next week to do more streams. I don't know if that's going to be like the Fallout stuff earlier in the day or whatever. We'll see how it goes. Holiday seasons are upon us, and that means the schedule's going to be a little bit fucky for a while. It could be positive, it could be negative. I could have more time, I could have less time. We're just going to have to see how it goes. I think Eddie's rafting Friday as long as nothing comes up, right? I'm not
rafting.
sure. You guys are rafting on Friday?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then Eddie will be rafting on Friday. The Black Friday raft. These women are going to...
We're gonna go shopping.
These women be shopping. All right.
Mhm.
Anyways, thank you guys for coming by, and we'll go ahead and see you then.
Bye
Bye-bye
bye.
now.